Tina, is there any way you can get in touch with Tug? And if he has any way of communicating with David R., only me, if you could let me know. I need to know if David would help us with legal representation in Ohio. It's getting bad. We have a hearing November 3rd. We've not even been served yet, but we're going to be found guilty. And if we are found guilty of contempt, the contempt includes conspiracy to commit murder on Hales.
Welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one even shop for a suit when your head is...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is.
Blazing the whip, gotta vanquish the needs. My kingdom for some poppy seeds. Yo, yo. Is that a poppy seed? You realize I'm your PO, right? Straight to booking.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. A miracle, oh, it was beautiful. When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. A miracle, oh, it was beautiful. When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. A miracle, oh, it was beautiful.
The grill and the ghost, coast to coast. Who's that face that's feeling you miss the most? It's that umbrella guy straight from the hat rack. Godzilla with cleats with the bass dropping impact. Cranking up the stylings in the syllable blender. Body bag, toe tag, return you to sender. Off that umbrella guy, your lyrical confessor. E-strap, flipped up, fully automatic microphone suppressor. Army of one, rolling through your silence. Pound for pound, unleash your rounds. See what buys are just my silence. Ghost riding the whip, the mask up, live ender. Busting up your threats and returning them to sender. Stepping to me, you better bring your nation as I wreck you to the population. It's that umbrella guy on the verbal flamethrower. Notching up the belt, not just some lame shower. Cranking up a stream just to show what's beneath. I'm masked up, baby, but I'm still sporting teeth. With one bling to rule them all and one bling to blind them. Iced out, grilled up, hunting knowing we'll find them. The E-homes are always flammable and will ignite you. Calling out the games you play just to spite you. I'm still standing. I'm still standing.
All right, baby, what's up? Arrest day, what a day.
What happened to that? There's not a warrant for Gabe's arrest thing. There's no warrant. She said there's a warrant. She lies. She lies. Dude,
yes, she 100% lied. Also, she lied about the
no, she was talking about me lying. That I was lying
she
about
lied. That's what I'm saying. She lied. You know, she also lied about the Two Lee's landscaping thing. You know, she's like, there ain't no Two Lee's landscaping. It's like, yeah, it's right there in the in the employment record. If there is no Two Lee's landscaping,
then why did he tell them that?
Well, not only that, if there is no Two Lee's landscaping, is he employed?
Yeah, did he lie then? So she's saying there is no Two Lee's landscaping, so Gabe lied to his probation officer
Yeah,
about having a job?
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm wondering. And isn't that what we're being told
Interesting.
then? Yep. Oh Frosty the Snowman.
Uh-huh.
Man, it's crazy what old Frosty's been up to. It's been an interesting day. It's definitely been an
A
interesting
very
day.
interesting day.
By the
Yes.
by the way, folks, if you would like to support the channel, yes, if you've noticed, I'm still talking to the MCN about getting all this fixed, but I'd like to send a wonderful message to the Fats over there that they actually false flagged the last live stream down for a privacy complaint about somebody getting arrested. Now, I hate to break it to people there, but that is not private information. That information, when the snowman gets nailed, that is information that, well, police records, they are indeed public records, no matter what they'd say. And not only that, but I'm taking this moment, this opportunity, when I'm talking to my NCN, to talk about not only this arrest here, but I'm also turning over the records there, and I'm talking about the fundraising that goes with it. Because you got a person over here with a record of fraud, having other people with records of fraud hoovering fucking cocaine up while they're saying, "Help out these little children's." Yeah, fuck y'all. You wanna go there? We'll go there. I'm there. So anyway, if you'd like to support the channel, because again, they try to make it monetarily disadvantageous to talk about the arrest of one snowman. Well, let's make that then.
Yes, arrests are public information. You may talk about arrests. You may show mugshots like this one, which is totally Gabe Weeks.
Hoovering the snow.
This is an actual photo of his mugshot.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is. He really was arrested today. It's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke. He was arrested today.
Yes.
However, if we put up his arrest photo, these assholes will
Oh no, we're going to do that
strike it.
today. You know why? Because it is a publicly protected item. So like
It
I said,
is.
you want to support the channel, you support it. They want to fuck around with ad revenue. Well, what I'm going to do, and again, you hear me, Gabe, Lisa, what I'm going to do is I'm going to return the favor for your channel. I'm going to report to the NCN, who has a monetary incentive, and they connect to people outside of the first wave of YouTube employees. What I'm doing is I'm talking to them about the arrests, and I'm turning over the records to it, and I'm talking about all the fundraising activities and all the other bullshit there. Because you know what? You can say, oh, that's civil, or Sumter County won't investigate me. YouTube will. Oh, they may not take it. They may not like you raising money on their platform and finding out that there are people out there that have been reporting that money did not go where it was going to go. Hell, we found out, again, thanks to Shara, we found out, let's put us back on the screen here. There we go. We found out that even Lynette made complaints to the police. I mean, we've been finding out a lot lately, and that was funny to find out. I mean, here that is. I love this, by the way. I love it. I actually also I added that into the intro. I'm going to play the beginning of that again because remember, she's never tried to contact me. She doesn't know who I am or anything. But it's very strange that. And again, here are they going to try to play the "It's all AI"? Well, unfortunately, the messages are saved. They were sent to Tina. They're on her Facebook. They are saved right there on it. And I have it's scrolling back and showing you that these are real. So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but let's play the very beginning of that again too because I like it.
Sounds good.
Tina, is there any way you can get in touch with Tug? And if he has
any way to get in touch with who?
Who?
I don't think she's talking about getting in touch with your
Larry Foreman.
Larry, what are you doing? Oh my God. But she also, again, I mean, if they want to talk about that, yeah, they let's see, let's pull up Lynette's letter again. I really like this letter the more I think about it. And props to Shara for grabbing that sucker. Oh, here we are. Michelle Preston wrote to Levy County. Remember, they ignored it, but she narked them out. Good morning. I've heard something about Lisa and her husband that kind of goes with what they did to me by keeping donations and saying it's because we didn't have a permit, which is a light. When we met her in September, she started taking donations, and at Christmas time, donations came in like crazy for the barn dominium, our house, and our permit. We begged her, please get your framer out. We kept saying, you're going to frame our house, frame it. Then we gave her plans to one man she sent. He brought them back, said he wasn't going to do it. We waited and waited and waited. I spoke to Levy County. She said she spoke to Levy County. She lied. She never did. All of this is evidence. All of it is proof. Supposedly, her husband is on parole for doing the same thing to many people during hurricanes. His name is Gabriel Weeks. I have a document that was sent to me. I will forward it to you. Yeah, I have to dig it up quick, but it sounds to me like they've done this to many people, but in different forms. And I'd like you to let your deputy that's helping us know that I will have the statement ready within a couple of days. I don't know exactly what she wanted, but now I do, and I'm writing it out. Thank you. I'll send that document. So remember, by the way, thank you, Michelle. And remember when she was saying, I don't know why they sent over Gabe's information. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. She's like, pass that on to the cop. And there was a reason for it. You know, those convictions, they are absolutely legit. You know, he has been in trouble for doing it. You know, what's funny is the antis now, I saw them putting up polls saying, is Gabriel is Gabriel Weeks a main player in this? Essentially, shouldn't people just be leaving him alone? And I'm like, are you kidding me? This dude,
he's a part of the show.
He's
working
part of
on the
fundraising.
fence. They were going to hire him to build the barn. The guy that doesn't get a license to do his contracting. Come on now.
Oh yeah, it's just all, and not just that, but again, the wonderful world of convictions. Well, isn't that interesting? Grand theft, grand theft, contract fraud, grand theft, contract fraud, grand theft. Huh? Not just that, but he's Hoover Maxing that fucking blow. He ends up getting arrested today on it. While these people are dropping donations like they're hot. Oh, they made a statement too about people who want their shit. Actually, did you see this statement they made?
No.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but I'm dying to hear what the spin on Gabe's arrest will be, and I'm betting she's going to say he turned himself in. Well, he was booked at 9:30 a.m. I have a hard time believing that Gabe was out of bed by like 7:30 to march his ass down to the sheriff's office. It's more likely that they showed up before the sun rose around 6 o'clock, knocked on the door to make sure everybody was home and sleeping, and picked him up. I don't believe well, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out, but I think she's going to claim he turned himself in.
Well, I hate to tell you, but you know, this little piggy is going to march himself right over to that market, and he's going to make sure, since you really want to, again, I'm happy sitting over here talking about this stuff, but you want to fuck with my money? Well, maybe I'll hit up a probation officer and I'll ask them why the fuck they aren't doing something about a dude that is he is getting hit popped for cocaine repeatedly. There are allegations of fraud. This dude is on probation for fraud. And they're not going to do fuck all, and they're sitting online saying that they're laughing about people calling in. Mm-hmm. You want to make this a story? We'll make it a big motherfucking story.
It's already becoming a story. Sumter County is becoming the story.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking about taking it to people that are huge.
Yeah.
Well, let's rain fire down. Yeah, I mean, I find watching this spin hilarious. But you know what? If we have sat here and watched them try to stop people from talking about this, not just by attacking donors, attacking buyers, by attacking ex-moderators. We just had somebody else speak out, but also putting in false police reports, talking about putting in false FBI, IRS, bar complaints, and more. These mofos have been doing that shit so they can keep bilking mofos out of money. And then they're like, well, sue you, fucking sue me. I will wreck
And
you.
I to this day, I do not believe she's raising money to sue me or anybody else. She's raising money she's going to use that money to get Gabe out of trouble because he's a constant source of trouble, obviously.
Well,
and
they've also been paying restitution. And again, his own.
a bunch of it very recently. At least $1,000 in retribution in the month of July.
Yep.
And why'd they wait so long to pay any of it off, by the way? Is it because he got busted again? And now they want to go before the judge and be like, oh, I paid my restitution finally.
I think they were trying to get him off of this stuff early, but he had all that money thrown out in front of him, and he was like, time to hit the ski slopes.
Yep.
I think it's funny, though, that these people that are doing all this crazy stuff, they want to scream and cry that they're victims. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what people who victimize other people say. That's what they do. They do it all the time. And you know what? It's fucking, frankly, it's disgusting that Sumter County, if they have told these people that they will not look into them, well, then they've got a real problem here. But yeah, the court costs, if these dates are indeed correct, they are something else. Let me take a screenshot of these wonderful dates. My God, are we getting another storm? Fucking every day.
I heard that.
That's yet another one. Oh, I tell you,
it rained real heavy here last night.
We just get it every day. It's been every day.
Yeah.
The heavens are shaking. Let's see. Check these out, though. Cocaine songs. Let me make sure are there any numbers that I don't need in that. Let me make sure. Nope, that's just all restitution numbers. I'll just make sure of that.
Oh, we got a new one. I got a new. The docket has been updated in his case.
Oh, really?
There's an affidavit violation of probation. It doesn't have much new info on it, except that it says the affiant states that the offender was instructed on the conditions of probation on 11/6/2024 by Officer William Haas. Affiant further states that the offender has not properly conducted himself, but has violated the condition of his probation in a material respect by, and then it goes over having cocaine in his system, to which he admitted. Yep. So that's the newest thing. Lisa did say watch the docket, and I'm on the docket right now, and this is the newest thing that just popped up.
Watch that docket, baby. She's like, watch it. You're like, okay. All right.
I'm watching. She told me to do it.
Yeah. Well, these people, again, they're out here raising money. You've got new people complaining that they bought stuff, by the way. I think this is crazy, too. So you got people that, and there's so much stuff. I'm going to be busy all weekend. There's no way I can cover it. I don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? It's so much in the last couple of days. I made a list. Listen to this list. All right. This doesn't count like depot finish. We still need to do that. But we have LP video 1, LP video 2, Gabe arrest stuff. Who knows what'll go off with that? Shara, what all she brought up. Lynette Preston's comments on YouTube, on Facebook, her actual community posts. There's some bench donor news that's interesting. OLOP, of course, all of that wonderful stuff. The expert witness stuff. I found a new expert witness thing, by the way, that looks really bad. Oh, my God. We thought the other stuff with the expert. So they went over the expert witness stuff last night.
Their handwriting analysis.
Yeah. Yeah. And the expert witness, by the way, the handwriting expert, yeah, he's so great. They didn't actually put him into the court case because they knew he would be decimated. So they paid, according to Lynette, they paid $14,000, which of course they got
my.
out of donors and didn't tell them about it. Because I mean, how else did they pay for that, right?
True.
They said that what Lynette said was that Bruce originally paid for it, and then they took, again, this is a Lynette quote, that they took them from the money and they paid him back. And I was like, well, what? Wait, what money? You talking about the money that's supposed to be for many other things, but not that? Oh, okay. But yeah, that guy has been, I put up 8 or 9 pages on Facebook, by the way. You can just read it yourself, and we'll go over some more of it this weekend. But it's really bad. Like, this guy is so bad that there was a newer case where he was brought in to talk about a will. And in talking about the will, you know, he talks about going in, comparing and contrasting handwriting. Well, it turns out he didn't have a sample of handwriting from the person that supposedly wrote the will.
Huh.
Yeah. So he's so good. He made claims about the legitimacy of handwriting when he didn't actually have a sample
Interesting.
to compare for the handwriting. Yeah. And he's lied before. That court document we've talked about in the past, where he claimed that he had been on 6,000 or over 6,000 cases. They were like, nah. He claimed to be like a psychotherapist and all this other stuff. Nah, that's not true. And so, I mean, the court rips the man apart in that. But yeah, believe him when he says someone else wrote the freaking handwriting. Oh my! On the best days, an expert witness is paid by you to say whatever you want. On the worst days, they are some charlatan mofos that they lie, and they lie with no conviction. It's crazy, and no.
By the way, I
conviction.
just dropped the link for the SCSO lookup for inmates in the chat. If any of you would like to click on that and search for Gabriel Weeks yourself, so you can see that it is an official arrest record, you can do that. It will pop right up for you.
Yep.
Just letting you know. That way, you know, we can show you everything, you know, that we can show you, but you can go show yourself.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about it being public, is that it is a public record. You can go directly to the Sumter County Sheriff's website and type in Gabe Weeks, see what comes up. Gabriel Weeks. Because he was arrested this morning at 9:23 a.m. in the Villages. Yep.
They are begging for car money and begging for all this other stuff. And suddenly they start paying off obligations. You can see it right here on your screen, by the way. Again, this is obligation for fraud.
Yep.
I want that to sink in. People, we're being told that you can't talk about, again, only me. It's okay, though. By the way, I'm disgusted with the mofos out there. You learn. When they turn on you, you learn. But I'm disgusted that how many people have come forward and you've attacked on the way there. I mean, only me's an asshole. You know what? But he gave a lot of money. And he was attacked for it. He was called everything but. He's a flipper. They even claimed it. He was a plant by Jeremy Hales. It's crazy shit. They've turned on how many other binge donor? Oh, the binge donors are drunk, you know. I mean, what the fuck? Or a liar. How many other major donors? How many other people that have given items? How many people that have that are buying products? We just had a new person that is, and I feel bad for them because they see it when it rolls to them. They don't believe it otherwise, but they've been paying for things, and they talk about this, by the way. This is wild. Okay. So apparently this is what they had to say. A bit of that blowback, you know, let's read it over. I'm sorry I pay for my products. I'm not giving shit away to people that are going to sit here and trash me somewhere else. And if you don't freaking like it, don't come in here and don't enter into a giveaway. It's that simple, okay? And what about purchases? Somebody, mother of, what about purchases? What about them? You're from outside the states. You're paying shipping. Anyway, you're inside the states. You're paying shipping as well. What is your problem? I'm not Amazon. I ship once a month. That's been known. And if you have a bunch of stuff here and you have a box and you want to build it up, that's what happens. You're building it up. When your box is full, you're ready to ship. That's simple. Then I'll ship a total. Then I'll give you a total on shipping. And it'll be sent to you. That's how it works. It's always worked. You were fine with it before, weren't you? Until you flipped. So what they're talking about here, by the way, they're getting complaints because people haven't had shit sent to them since December. And they're having
And yet she has the nerve to say, I'm not going to send anything. They paid them. They paid you. You have to send it. You can't just not send stuff people bought because they don't like you anymore. That's ridiculous.
They're getting new totals sent to them too. You know? So like you had a complaint the other night. There you had people talking in Ray's chat and other chats. You have people discussing the whole idea of how money works. Here, let me pull up I mean, I've got it on my phone. I want to pull this one up here because I thought, wow, you know, again, it's pretty lovely. So this one said, I'm glad some folks got their items. Me, nothing. Ever. Waited. Patient. Overpaid shipping. Nothing. Why? December, $95. Yesterday, wanted 140. Huh. That's an interesting quote, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, these are your own backers. These are your own people. These are their own words. So when they're like, people are hurting my business. No, you're fucking hurting your business. This is what you keep giving to. And again, when you're giving all this money and you're okay with no receipt for anything that you give, like you people have to be the dumbest fucking human beings on the planet. I don't know how to tell you. I'm running out of empathy for you because again,
I don't have any. I mean, it's been known long enough that they don't. Lisa does not fulfill her obligations. I don't know why people continue to buy stuff. I don't. But it's a free country. And
you know, it ain't a free country to give donations for a barn for a family in need and then be like, you know, a year and a half later, be like, it's just like a tiny home. Why don't they want to live in a shed?
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible what these people do.
And these people should have a problem with it. They should have a real problem with it. But I'm going to say the majority of them that sit around there, they didn't give any money, so they don't have a problem with that. I'd have a real problem with it. If somebody told me that they were setting up this thing for a family in need. I mean, you saw Lynette Preston's own words where she wrote to these folks and to the police about these folks. She's contacted myself, all of this, and they gave her pennies on the dollar to keep her mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when she gets out of line, you'll notice when she starts to get out of line, they'll suddenly start talking about having her on for shows and things. They were talking about it this weekend, which, hey.
I wonder what Lisa's response will be to Lynette's letter to the undersheriff.
I am curious about that. I mean, she wrote it is definitely, that is a FOIA letter.
Yeah, came from Lynette.
So,
and you can tell from the terrible grammar.
Yeah.
Nobody else writes like her.
Well, it's also, you know, when she's talking about it too, she's very, she's bragged. This is what works against her for saying anybody else could have done this. She is working with other officers. She's made that clear. I mean, in the letter, here, let's pull that back up while we're talking. Give me 1 minute. Close this up. Oh my God, let me show you something first real quick. So we've had an ice cream place open up close to us. Oh my God. You know, we never get anything cool here. So it's always exciting when we get something cool, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
We have a rolled ice cream place. And my God, look at this. Look at that.
What is it?
Rolled ice cream. Yeah, look at that. This is what the kids look. Yeah, they make it on like this.
The marble
they called it the
thing?
hibachi. Yeah, they called it the hibachi of ice cream. I was like, that's pretty cool because they do it in front of you. They have a little slab there. They lay out all the ingredients.
Yeah, I've
You got
seen
this
that
cold
before.
plate. And they
It's
roll
cool.
it. Yeah, they don't have anything like this normally here, but my God, look at this. Now, there was a downside to it, of course, and that's the fact that it was so delicious that I couldn't stop eating it. And then I had to, you know that wonderful keto brains thing? Yeah, it doesn't, one thing it doesn't stop is my stupidity if I overeat sugar. Like if I eat that whole thing, I got to lay down, you know? I'm too old. Yeah, it deals with a lot, but it doesn't deal with my own stupidity. But that was
That's too
delicious.
bad. Keto Brains
Yeah.
doesn't make you smarter, unfortunately,
Yeah.
about making good caloric choices.
Exactly. It also does not. It doesn't keep me from dumping a gallon of sugar into my blood, and then
Yeah,
it can do
I took
many
my kids
things.
for ice cream yesterday, and guess what? I didn't
Mm.
get any. I beat you. I beat you.
My kids were like, my kids were like, Dad, we gotta go get this. I was like, what is it? Now, unfortunately, the only downside to this is this wonderful, delicious thing right here. That's $10. You take 2 kids, that's
Wow.
$20 for the kids. Then when you're like, hey,
Ice
I'd like to
cream.
try one, that's $10 for Dad too.
Ice cream is ridiculous expensive right now,
Yeah.
which is another reason why I didn't get one. I was like, I don't need to spend this money. And I know for a fact, so my daughter got a kitty size, and
Mm.
the kitty size is so big that she put it in the freezer. It's like a quart. It literally is like a quart of ice cream. So at least we're not getting ripped off
Right.
the amount of money because it is a lot of ice cream.
Oh, people ask too. I said I would mention this. So I did go to the vascular surgeon yesterday. I did note that I was doing that. Now there
Right.
was not a bad thing. I was how do I put this? I was in sticker shock by I have not met my insurance deductibles. So I had tests. I have 2 days of tests. They do it fast though, but they told me 90% that what it is essentially they will have to they'll have to put injections into some veins in my legs, and they call that a surgical procedure, but it shouldn't involve any hacking or anything. So that's good.
Well,
I'm okay
that's
with it.
real good.
Yeah. So
Sounds like the
yeah.
angioplasty of vascular surgery.
Yeah, I was like, how much does that cost? You know? But
Lord.
yesterday I had enough fun because I got to pay $670 in things. Now the ultrasound that I will have will cost, I can't remember the exact, I'm going to round it up to 250, or maybe round it down. I can't remember if it's 257 or 246. I don't remember right now, but it was around 250. So I was like, well, there's $1,000 in that. But if it stops all this, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm totally happy because right now,
Sure.
yeah, it's a mess, but that's good. That's good. So I will call that a win. I will call that a big win because no hacky hack. And yeah, it shouldn't interfere with anything that I want to do. So I'm thrilled with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So again, folks,
Sounds good to me.
I figured I would give people an update on that. I thought that was very good news. But yeah, this thing right here from Lynette Preston, it's hard to claim that it's faked when she's talking about, we heard in the CPS call, number one, that she had a relationship with the police and Beecham, she had her relationship there, but something kind of went wrong. It's probably a cover your own ass thing, They've probably majorly overstepped with the Lynette Preston. And now they're like, don't contact us normally. But that says, when she said that, she could no longer write him. She had to. That tells you she was writing.
Yep.
That tells you.
Right, and the reason why she's been told not to is because Shara did that request, and look what she got.
I bet you there's more. I bet you there's more. They've been taught. They all.
Oh yeah,
about
and they're
Alphabet
probably
King.
hiding it because that's how Levy County rolls.
Mhm.
They've been hiding the email from Dan Owen now for how long?
Well, also, Lisa. Remember the stuff we heard about her contacting first? Like we heard that from Lynette Preston, and Lisa said that she had contacted too. Well, we never in FOIA got anything that talked about permits. We got a contact, like an email that talked about other things, like the family and the fence and things like that. But we never got anything related to permits. And so there was definitely other contact for sure, because they admitted to it. But in this, she's talking about it, but she also talks about the officers that are working with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what officers?
Which
again?
officers?
Yeah, this also should really bring into question the legitimacy of things like them popping into the Ohio hearing.
Yep.
I mean, working with you, that's kind of weird.
Oh, it's very weird. It's extremely weird. I've never heard anything like it.
No. It's funny that she thought when she.
I mean,
was
these
writing.
people had a legitimate stalking order against them from a judge in Ohio,
Mhm.
and the Levy County Sheriff is working with them.
Yeah.
against their victim. It's wild is what it is.
I've never heard anything like it. But yeah, so
wild.
I mean, even she contacted about Gabriel Weeks. She said, and I mean, again, there's a good reason, but now there's updated information on that. And again, people are asking questions. And so Megan went over the deflection last night. She went over what they had to say. And their initial deflection was that Gabe went out. He was drinking with some friends that aren't really friends, right, Megan?
Friends of friends,
Yeah.
who were very
And-
generous with their very expensive cocaine.
Yes. So they apparently are causing him to nostril it up. And the thing that doesn't help with that though is, again, this isn't the first time. So that's where things like this start to fall apart. Oh, was there another birthday issue? And oh no, that one, by the way, that one was caused by poppy seeds and everything bagels. That's what they told us then.
Right.
But this one was caused by friends that aren't really friends. They go out, they're drinking. He can't remember anything.
Well, he probably blacked out, like we surmised. He blacked out in a pile of cocaine, and then as he was snoring, he was inhaling it. It was purely accidental ingestion. And then he felt so bad about the thing he didn't remember. He ran to his probation officer and told him all about the night he didn't remember.
All that booger sugar.
That's literally the story she told.
All that booger sugar.
Except for maybe the falling into a pile of cocaine. She didn't say, I made that part up. But she did say he doesn't remember.
Oh, man.
And he fell into a bad crowd, It's just such a bad crowd,
It is bad.
Grown
Little
men.
Frosty the Blowman. Yeah. And then, I mean, all of this stuff is coming up, and they are trying to keep the public from hearing about this. Again, they are in Spin City right now, because there are a lot of people that are legitimately questioning what the hell is happening here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, this guy, he has a...
Although not enough of her listeners are questioning it. These people would believe anything. It's incredible. I think he could murder somebody and they'd be like, that person killed themselves and set Gabe up,
Well, it was amazing. So last night, they were talking about the handwriting expert, and you got paint chips on there, and all these people are like, yeah, Luthman, yeah. I'm like, you know who Luthman is, folks, right? You don't have to, again, take any of our words. You just look up his name, Richard Luthman, and the word conviction, and you will find it everywhere. This guy
is entertaining.
Yeah, he's a notorious fraudster. He went to prison for 4 years. Strong arm extortion. I mean, just bad stuff. But hey, he's fun, right? He's a fun guy. Although I will say that today something very funny happened. Did you hear about that?
Was it the fact that Volmet looks like he looks incredibly homeless?
What is going on? He looks...
I don't know, but he's looking rough.
Oh, baby. I mean,
mommy might not be putting his groceries away or didn't buy him his hygiene items or something. I don't know, but he looks like he hasn't had a bath or a shower in about as long as the gay bare knuckler, to be honest.
So Volman had a kind of a meltdown in the last 20 minutes of that stream.
Oh, yeah. He was screaming at Jay. It was so funny.
Jay got him so worked up.
You profit off of other people's suffering. Don't answer my question. You profit off of other people's suffering.
Oh, it was so amazing. Well, I mean, he flipped out, and Jay's over there. He's moderating for them.
He was being the best moderator ever.
Yeah,
he was moderating for Luthman. He even got him a couple of super chats.
Yep, it was amazing.
He did.
And
I mean, Richard really owes him a big thank you, actually, because he was competing with Fleece's super chats, and he got some for old Dickie Lickman.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, that is amazing. By the way, if you would like to, help the channel out today, we are picking up money for a couple of things. We are picking up, number one, of course, for channel love, because people have been trying to shut down the message, but also we're trying to get the snowman some commissary funds. That's right. Look at that.
Right. We might buy him a cup of ramen or two.
Yeah.
While
They
he's
go
in there.
right to his account there, since he doesn't have one.
No, we're actually not going to give it to him at all.
No, we're not
But
giving him a
gonna
damn
show
dime.
We're going to show him how it works
Yes.
to raise some commissary funds.
So if you would like
Commissary
to,
funds for Gabe, folks.
so if you'd like to help us out with the wonderful commissary funds, so we can show him, I might even eat something on stream. You can listen to me, so that way we can show him what it's for, and maybe we will also, while we're at it, we could do a bail money stream. Here, let me show you. This too.
Bail money. Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I've got one for that one.
Although, they're not offering Gabe any bail. It's
Oh well,
not.
that's good because no money will be sent to the snowman. All proceeds will be stay in jail.
It's good that there's no bond because
Yeah.
none of his money is going for it.
You know what I love?
Yeah.
Look at how the snowman's so sad. He's so sad. So yeah, if you
So
would like
sad.
to help out with bail money that won't go to him, we will definitely shout it out and be like, well, that could have been your bail
That
money.
could have been yours.
Yeah, but you're terrible human beings.
But you're terrible, and you're not
Uh,
entertaining, and also you break the law.
It's amazing. So yes, we
I wonder
are.
what Ray will say. I did watch some of Ray's stream, and he was like, "Who among us has not had a problem?" It's like, Ray, your money went up Gabe's nose. Like,
Yeah, see, that's the most amazing thing.
around.
They have monetized hatred for, like, I'm making Fox, for example. They monetized it, which okay, I don't care about that. Actually,
Yeah, I don't
you
care
know
about
what?
that either.
I mean,
Hate me all you want. Make
Yeah.
pig pictures of my face all you want. Like, you think that bothers me? It really doesn't. I mean, I wish they were funnier. I like to laugh at myself. They make it difficult because their
Well-
stuff is so unfunny.
well, what's funny though
It's too
is
bad.
like when she tried to put up pictures. So one of her last streams, she put up pictures in there of what I think is supposed to be Megan Fox and someone else getting arrested.
Yeah, but it looks like her.
It looks just like her. I thought, oh my God.
And the body type of the woman she put in the thumbnail is exactly her body type. So the funny part is that she's trying to attack me using the body type of a person that looks just like her. And it's like, wait a minute, I thought the body shaming, I thought that was wrong. I thought you didn't want to do that. And, who cares, blah, blah, blah. But you do it to me when I'm not her body type. I don't have her body type at all. It's interesting that that's what she chose to insult me with, is a woman that looks just like her.
Let's
So funny.
let's show them how it's done. Look at this. So we got rolled ice cream in the commissary fund. Yummy.
Nice.
Yep. We got back pocket bail money. That also could be confused with
Backdoor money.
yeah. Well, my God, maybe.
Well, Prison
come
Bee
out of
might
here
be
with a-
making an appearance. You never know. I mean, Prison Bee might be we might hear from Prison Bee, I hear.
Hey,
possibly
Lisa should be
Saturday.
happy. I mean, he may come out of here with a brand new truck. You know?
He could find himself a new sugar daddy. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. Could have been bail money. That's right. Look at that, baby. Could have been some bail money. Oh, look. Some honey buns. Wink, wink. Yeah, that's right. Get your honey on your bunnies. I think you'll be able to get those for free.
I do not want any honey buns from regarding Gabe. I'll tell you
I
that.
think Gabe wants some honey buns.
I'll pass.
I'm hoping that he said toward the body cam. I hope there's no body cam of the honey buns. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sure there won't be a body cam. If there is, it will be short and sweet. It would be kind of funny, but
Yeah, I've asked for it again because I had asked Sumter County one day too early for all of this stuff. So of course, when I asked them, they had no records because they had not picked him up yet.
did you see Sumter County put up his arrest thing?
That was on another Facebook that was not Sumter County. It was
Oh,
like
was it?
somebody who watches Sumter County, but it's still funny.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was Sumter County themselves, but yeah, of course not.
I did too at first, but they might do that on their page. I don't know, but this one in particular was like a fan page, basically, like a cops fan page.
Yeah, I'm a fan of them actually doing their job.
Oh yeah. I'm wondering if the body cam footage, if there is any, will have Lisa in the background going, "But I know Robbie Casey. I know Michelle. She works for you, and they told me this wasn't going to happen, and these people are lying, and it's just civil. It's civil."
It's just amazing to me. Again, we have been told that they will never do anything. We have been told that specifically,
Right.
that the police will not do anything, that they are listening to everything that we note, and that they actually don't care.
Mm-hmm. That's what she says. She says.
Oh,
that-
my
and they're-
bad. My bad. So it's
and they're
canteen. My bad. It's
they're
canteen.
investigating
It's not
us?
commissary. We were all. It's
canteen.
canteen.
What?
It's canteen. So it's not commissary. Canteen.
It's not
man.
commissary? Why is it
No.
canteen? I don't understand the difference. What's the difference?
I just probably a semantic thing. They probably call it canteen. That's probably right.
In Florida?
$5 would buy a lot of comment. Well, that's cool. Well, see, he's not going to get $5 though. He's going to watch us get.
He's going to watch us get it.
Yeah.
We can think about all the things he could buy with the money.
Yeah.
$5 would probably get you some bubble yum and some ramen.
The one thing he can't buy is his freedom.
How much you want to bet the next grift over on Lisa's is going to be, Gabe's locked up and I can't work. And I'm going to be, I don't have another income coming in because Gabe's in jail.
I got sent something. Will you look at this? I'm going to send you on text. I'm going to send you something, okay? And I'm curious what this is, how it's coming up, okay?
Okay.
So just give me 1 second. I'm clipping it because I want to see if this is correct or like what it's coming from or what. All right. Now you see the picture there? Tell me when it comes through.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. You see at the very top?
Yeah. That's the other person above.
That's what I was saying. That's what I asked. And okay. So it is another person above.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's not correct.
Yeah. All right. That's what I'd ask. I was like, is that not the person above? You know?
No. If you go to the Sumter County page, you can see it very clearly. It's just the 2 charges underneath for the warrant, the outstanding warrant for the probation violation. That's it.
You see this here for the bail money that never was.
Yeah. Yes. The bail money that never was.
He, by the way, is not eligible. So he is staying. He is their guest for a moment, you know?
I think most likely they're probably going to keep him for 90 days because they want him to sober up. And that will be like his forced sober up time.
So she's going to get out there and cry and be like, oh, he actually has a problem, which will reverse things.
Right.
Give me money, poor me.
She's going to reverse what she said yesterday, which was he doesn't have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a problem. But then, Ray screwed up because Ray went on and was like, I heard that Gabe fell off the wagon. I'm like, what wagon? Lisa says he's fine. He doesn't have a problem.
That he's never been on the wagon.
He's not on the wagon. There's no wagon. What wagon are you talking about? He didn't get the memo, apparently, that Gabe does not have an addiction problem.
And
So I wonder if Lisa's going to get pissed off at Ray for ruining the narrative, or if she's going to finally come out and be like, he's got a problem.
I'm sure that will become the main grift if he's, oh, it's there and we need some money and I'm by myself and he's not cutting lawns with the service that doesn't actually exist. So money's tight right now.
Yeah, the lawn service that doesn't exist, which
The
she
lawn
says
service that
doesn't
never
exist.
was. The
And
lawn
she's
service
the
that
one who
never
said it
was.
didn't exist. That's very interesting. So what does Gabe do for money?
Yeah, well, and if
How
that
does he
is
make
being reported,
$1,000 a month?
well, and if it's being reported to probation, I'm sure they require you have a job. So if there is no place, where did they get that? And again, they were like, you guys made that up. No, it's in the documentation. So it is not made up at all. That is 100% in the documentation. We went with what I'm assuming what they're reporting to again, they're telling the probation officers, because usually that's what they put in. So you're just saying that
So
he doesn't
weird.
do lawn work, or like you
Yeah,
said, I
I'm
mean,
confused. I thought she said he had a job and it's landscaping, but now they're saying that doesn't exist. So what does he do?
he's a peen worker.
He's a
He's a peen worker.
he's a
He
little
works in the
peen
peen
factory
mine.
elf. He works as a
Oh
factory
my!
elf in the peen
I heard
factory,
the
just like Santa's elves.
I heard the funniest thing the other day too. She was talking about the rocks she sells, right? And she
Mm-hmm.
was saying that she couldn't control when they come in. She was like, the miners, they just mined them, and so I just got them. And I was thinking that time, I was like,
Works with the cutters too, apparently.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
okay,
can't get these kind of rocks on Etsy or anything. She's dealing directly with the crystal dealers. That
so
sounds really bad. The crystal
the crystal
dealers.
dealers. So was Gabe allegedly.
Yeah.
Is also
Gabe
dealing with the
too.
dealers. Yeah, so maybe that was his job title.
Yeah.
He works in the crystal.
That's what she said the other day. She was like, "Oh, I work with the carvers. You can't get these rocks on
Well, here's a question though: if she's
Etsy."
just gotten them, then the rocks that that's why she hasn't sent out stuff, right? So she just got them.
Mhm.
How did she have pictures of them already to sell them?
That's a good question. I
I
have no
mean,
idea.
if I bought a rock that's that's up there, if they're on mine, how do you know, number one, they're going to have any? Number two, how am I buying what they look like there? I'm just very confused by this whole thing.
Yeah. I
All of
too
that
am
just,
confused.
yeah, well, that really confuses me right there. Oh my God. Today has been an amazing, this whole week, like the last few days have just been unfreaking real. Between you and
Yeah.
that. I mean, yeah, and they did. Let me show you guys this. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, by the way, the Bell Money That Never Was funny. Look, like we got the Fleabag tear jar. Oh yeah, look at that. Gabe's gone now, so JC can slide on in there.
Oh, yuck.
Oh,
I don't want to think about that.
saying.
I do not want to think about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, all
Stop
those
it.
phone calls,
Stop making those
man.
weird noises. Hate it.
You don't like the chicken bow wow.
No.
Loving you is easy because you sell some peas.
Loving you. You're a mess.
You know what actually is against YouTube rules too? Selling peens. I believe that's a problem. So
On YouTube? Really?
yes, I believe selling peen rocks is also a
did not
problem.
know that.
Yeah, so I'm sure that yeah, I'm sure that can be a real problem there. So
Damn it. Now you got that song on my head.
Loving you is easy because you're buying a cook.
It's gonna be in there all night now. Phrasing.
Yep, that's awesome. So I'm clipping this report. Now, the report from YouTube is very... See, the problem with the YouTube thing is, now you 100%... They actually...
You're in trouble now.
It's so funny, though. I know. Like, if I would hit the right song one day, you're like, no, it's an earworm, you
It's an
devil.
earworm. This was a bad one.
It works so well for it, too, Like 2L singing it to Gabe and Gabe singing it to to the Hoover Max, Loving you. Actually, Felisa's only ever sang that song about one thing, ever.
What? Donations?
This thing right here.
Oh, the chair.
The chair. Oh, she talked about, if you missed Megan's show yesterday, you have got to go watch it. You have to, because she talked about this chair.
You have to watch me make Tug read the
Oh my God.
transcript about the chair.
That was the most amazing.
Oh, so good.
I was so grossed out by it. It was amazing, though. You're like,
Yeah,
my
it was
chest
pretty
smells
good.
good.
Ew.
Yeah. Well, what was funny is she was talking about it flaking off big black crusty stuff on her. And I was like, I don't remember ever
And she's
laughing
like,
about that. I just
it's
laughed
the
about the
best
chair.
chair. It's the best chair ever. Like, but it's
But
flaking off and like you're
she's like, it was flaking off and walking around. That's what they're talking. I don't remember talking about that at all. Because
sounds
how would I know
awful.
that?
Why would I want to know that?
I mean,
Why would
you've
I
been-
want to?
Wait, so you're telling me you've been like live streaming with big flakes and crusty
Yeah.
stuff all over you?
Yeah, apparently. Apparently.
Holy God.
It's so gross.
You watch them. She's gonna, I'm telling you, she's gonna out there and griff. She's gonna be like, I'm suing Doug and Megan because they lied about the landscaping and the warrants. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah.
I really think that everybody should hold her accountable for there's no warrant talk.
Yeah.
I told you there was going to be a warrant. I told you. You don't do this shit 3 times in a row and the courts not do anything about it. Like at some point the court's like, okay, all right, this guy is not serious. He's not going to take our very generous offer to let him off easy. And so then you get it the hard way. And that's what Prison B said. Oops. Sorry.
I'm telling them they want a false flag. You motivate me to call the probation officer because there's nothing illegal in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling anyone else to do it, but I'm saying you wanna really, like, again, the fraud stuff also is I'm not calling the cops about that stuff. That's not specifically my thing to call about. The people that are defrauded should call. But if I need to call, no, maybe I should take up that mantle too. Because you're telling me that nobody will investigate it. I bet you I can shame some fucking people into investigating it. You've assumed because of the way that it's been handled so far that one person being told so. We know that one person so far was told that it was a civil matter. That's because they did not mention the felons that were involved. That's the problem that they had. They should have made it a criminal issue. And they didn't. They tried to make it I was defrauded by this specific person, not I was defrauded by this group of people. That's how they need to approach it.
Yep.
They've also called the bench donor. They have said specifically that the bench donor is, now we've gone back to the bench donor never gave any money. That is their official stance, by the way. That's their official police stance. They have never given any money because many of these people gave cash.
Ridiculous.
Yep. Well, that's your problem. Your problem is that you want to help and you want to do good, and people will take advantage of you wanting to do good.
Yes.
I won't even
especially these mofos. I'm telling you, they just love to take advantage of that's what I was going to say. So one of the charges on Gabe's record, by the way, is exploitation of elderly people, but it's on the court docket, but it looks like they may have dropped that in order to go after the grand theft. But that was a charge they were considering. Exploitation of the elderly, you guys. Why do you think that someone who does that sort of thing might have moved to the villages?
Yeah, and I'm very disappointed, by the way, in Florida, because Florida has such a vulnerable population of elderly residents.
They do, and they are not protecting them from this kind of crap, it doesn't seem, because they're just ignoring it. Sumter County police or sheriff is just ignoring this shit when it comes from this particular set of people, and I really don't know why. How is Robbie Kesey so powerful in Sumter County? It's like the guy is a felon himself. Do these cops know that? Do they know that he was trafficking reptiles? And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but on Amazon Prime, I think it's Amazon Prime. No, sorry, HBO. There is a new documentary series about reptile traffickers, and I'm wondering if Robbie's in it.
Huh. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm wondering if anybody mentions him because, I mean, how many people have really done this in the country, right? It
But
can't be that many. It's gotta be like a Tiger King situation.
I do find it interesting that there's a place in Florida that treat people like they're celebrities when, you know, again, there's a whole group of people that have done some questionable bullshit. And when you put them together, they shouldn't just get a get out of investigation free card.
Yeah.
That shouldn't exist whatsoever. Yes, if you are just joining us, because there are a lot of you, then one Gabriel Weeks, that's right, Mr. Hoover King himself, he has been arrested. He has been arrested for yet again. Now, again, remember, when we talk about him, we are told repeatedly, I'm going to read over this in a second, because they tried to shut us talking about this stuff down already once. But this man, he has a record beyond just, again, if this were just some drug use thing, this wouldn't matter. You know, I wouldn't really. I wouldn't care. Well, I take that back. I might ask
I
some
would care
questions.
if they were with the reason I care is because they're raising money, telling people they're doing things, then they're not doing it with, and then he gets caught high as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well,
that's why
and
I
it's
care.
happened. And cocaine is a very expensive drug.
It is.
You know, we are not talking about, I mean, this dude is high as fuck all the time too. You know, which is
And Lisa
also,
admits it, but she blames us. It's our fault, of course. He's
Yeah.
high because he's stressed out about us. Sure. Okay.
I'm like, really? You know, again, this is the person that tried to tell the world terrible things about schools and all that shit. You know, not belaboring the point, but told all these horrible stories about things that we all supposedly did, which were non-existent. And you're noticing.
Am I
more and
allowed to
more.
have a drink because she did that to me? Apparently not, because she calls me a drunk. But
Yeah.
does my anxiety over the fact that she told the world that I shut down a school district with 3,000 kids in it, does that entitle me to 1 or 2 glasses of whiskey? Anybody know?
Yeah. Well, does it? What does it entitle me to when somebody tries to ruin my chances of ever being in mental health again? You
Yeah,
know,
it's a good
by
question.
saying I've done some horrible crime out there, which is non-existent, by the way, it's easily disputed. But you know, these people, meanwhile, they have they've been
Vomit and Dickie, by the way, spent their entire live stream today demonstrating how they fucked up Jeremy Hales's Google results. Celebrating that they have fucked up his Google results by asking Google AI questions about Jeremy Hales. And of course, the only thing that Google AI is bringing back are their words that they've written. And they made it sound like it was some kind of big revelation that, oh, look, Google it agrees with us. No, you assholes. It was the only thing Google had to pull from. Was the ridiculous number of articles you've written, including the anti-Semitism claims. We all know where that came from. It came from fake journalists who were paid to write hit pieces on Jeremy Hales. And now they have screwed up his Google results. Wow. And they were bragging about it.
I'm asking it something. I'm asking it, hey, Google, why are you quoting Richard Luthman articles on Jeremy Hales when he's a black male and convicted felon?
Stop that. We should get Google to stop quoting him because the guy is a convicted felon. He is a good-for-nothing piece of shit. He's not a journalist. He is not reputable in any way, and that ought to be taken out of Google search results.
It's definitely crazy that a bunch of crackheaded weirdos can go in and try to ruin your life. And
you know they did that on purpose.
Oh yeah, they create SEO.
They did that. This was their big reveal. They wrote all of those articles so that they can then turn around and show the Google results. And they think that means something, that people are going to believe everything they read. And I don't know, maybe they will. Maybe people will believe that garbage. I certainly hope not, because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Wait just a second. I'm asking it a couple of questions, you know?
Yeah. Is it quoting him?
Well, it's interesting. Actually, its whole thing is, well, search engines, they're legally protected from defamation. That's what it went to. I was
Oh,
like,
really?
I was like, and you allow his articles to defame someone? I said, that's potentially a lawsuit. And its answer was, no, we're protected under.
Oh, sure.
Holy shit. It's like, nah, we can fuck up your life all you want.
Yeah.
It's really on the fat man who has nothing,
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? But yeah, anyway, so
terrible.
here is Gabriel Weeks that has been, and remember, since 2024, this group of people, they have raised a considerable amount of money. There are felons connected in there. There are fraudsters. You have an army of people that are angry with these folks about not getting products that they paid for, about being told to fuck themselves, essentially. When they also donors that have given items, they can't get any updates because there's no update to something that doesn't exist, right?
Uh-huh.
I heard something weird too. Well, I may have some interesting news about the bench thing. Actually, I'll say it this way. We're back to the bench not being put out anywhere. From what I
Of
understand.
course, because
Yeah.
she blames it on us, of course. We're not we're
Yeah,
the
but remember,
reason.
remember, it was supposedly out there somewhere now, where other people could see it, right? Or nobody could see it, but it's
Well-
still out there. It's set up
Oh, right.
privately, right? But now,
Yeah, somewhere the family
apparently,
wanted it to be.
yeah, but now apparently the family again didn't want it put out, so they'll return to it sometime.
So they took
and,
it down?
Yeah, or it never went up.
That's
the
what
way I
they said
understood
it went up.
Yeah. Well, that's not what I understand from that. I'll have to show you some new stuff.
Crazy.
I have to be kind of vague, like. But 2L, why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about what you've been telling? Why don't you talk about answers to well, let's just say, why don't you talk about authorities in yourself? That would be very interesting. I'd love to hear about that too. But yes, so again, the problem that donors and more, I think, may have had is that they attribute all of this to one person, and they don't bring up folks like this person who just went to jail for, again, Hoover Maxing blow yet again, but has a long history of craziness, including contract fraud, grand theft, and more. And again, as we said at the beginning, this person recently has been paying off all of their obligations, to for restitution and court costs and more, even though they supposedly only make $1,000 a month from a lawn service that doesn't exist, from what we understand. Because there is no Two Lee's Landscaping, right? So
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what she
bringing all
claims.
this up before the arrest with it, and like I said, these false flagging mofos, they decided that they want to really personalize things. They don't want you just talking about the arrest. No, they want to take it down. Why? Because their donors and stuff, I believe, may find out about what's going on. So they decided to flag that they got a privacy complaint, and it just took it down. It's just like, taking it down. So apparently talking about an arrest, which again, arrest records, all of that is public information, and you are allowed to comment. You're allowed to disseminate, comment on it, and more. That's 100% protected. But since the platform is around 60% AI now, they have been trying to take advantage of that and shut down all types of speech. This guarantees, by the way, that they will never, ever fucking sue over the things they have claimed. Because again, they know there's a problem. They know it's bad enough that they are trying to shut it down. And again, they continue to fundraise. And like I said, next will be another cry stream. It will be. That isn't about me. It's just him. He's off the wagon. And again, they're great friends. Remember, too, that that wasn't the only addict that has been around there. We also had another person that has well, let's just say a history of substance use and was supposedly in rehab. And what we're finding out is that people, we already knew they get high as fuck over there, smoking out and stuff. But on top of it, they, it was weird too, Megan. You brought up the alcohol thing where they attack you for having a drink of alcohol. And yet we're finding out that certain people over there get blitzed out of their minds so heavily that they supposedly can't remember indulging other substances.
Right.
That's weird, huh? So it's
so
bad
weird. Did you see what Marla posted though? Because Marla posted, this is so funny. I gotta bring this up. It's too hilarious.
Is this the one from the survey?
No.
Oh man, they had a survey. Again, they put up a survey in one of with one of the longtime antis, and Marla was on it, and they were asking, is Gabriel essentially, is he a main player? And they're trying to deflect, like I said, and she was part of that.
I like this. Marla says, Gabe and Lisa have stated categorically that Gabe does not do coke. Exactly right. As soon as he thought he had accidentally done it, he went right to his parole officer.
He got popped. Oh my God. He got popped in a drug test. It's in the freaking reports. He got popped. Like there is no.
He's the dumbest mofo on the planet if that's the real story. And he was like, oh, I better go tell my parole officer.
Yeah, right.
Why wouldn't you just wait?
No, they would have taken. See, that's not true at all, because what would have happened is they would have had the admission. And they wouldn't have had to drug test him. They would have just had him just straight up admitting it. Yeah. So there would be no failure of a drug test, because what it says is that he fails.
This isn't even worth discussing, Tug. You don't accidentally pop positive for coke 3 times.
Right.
You don't do it once. You can't accidentally pop positive for coke. That doesn't happen. That's a lie. I refuse to give that lie any.
Well, here's how the violation
any
occurred.
Time whatsoever.
Violation of condition 5. By failing to live without violating any law and its grounds for belief that the offender violating his probation, the officer there had stated that on or about 06/27/2026, the offender was in possession of a drug or narcotic not prescribed to him by a physician, to wit, cocaine.
Yeah, the 27th was the party.
Yeah. And as shown by analysis of urine samples obtained from the offender on 06/29 and confirmed by his admission. So what happens is he got popped, or he had to pee, and he admitted when he went in for a pee test, because he's like, hey, I'm gonna test dirty. So he went ahead and told them, because he knows he's going to test dirty. So he isn't just going in there and going with it as a songbird singing.
Test me for cocaine.
Oh, wait. Here's a real question. I want to know something then. How did he admit to using cocaine? Remember that story that they told the other night? The story was that he got so blitzed that he didn't know that he did it, and the person that gave it to him lied about it, and that's how he got nailed. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So how in the world would he tell them unless he came back dirty? He had a dirty test.
And
even if it came back dirty, how would he know? He'd be like, I don't know how it happened. Maybe I ate an everything bagel. Why didn't he try that one?
Oh, did we say there's no bail? Also, that's the fun part. He can't be bailed out. There's no bail.
Yeah,
I think I did mention that, but it's still funny nonetheless to say again. No bail. No bail for Gabe.
These are the people.
Frankly, he's probably getting the best sleep of his life now. Maybe he did turn himself in so he doesn't have to live with Lisa.
I don't know.
Anymore.
He can't get high and everything in there.
That's true, but he also doesn't have to put up with her shit.
I don't know. I mean, at the level that we saw him using online and stuff, that mofo is withdrawing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially like from the weed. And when people say there's no withdrawal from weed, they're lying. There is. Dude. When you're a heavy user like that.
It also hits you, like, no matter what, even if you want to be like, you know what it does? It any kind of substance, it throws off the balance serotonin in your brain. So what happens is when you go back to these levels that are just normal level, your body's being starved of that. So what it happens is you start falling into massive depressions and more. So fun times. And you're in prison while that happens.
Couldn't be
so.
worse than the depression living in that house.
Well, that's why you stay high as a kite all the time.
Probably.
You know, because that would be like living in Hale.
He's got himself a nice little cell now in a little pod. He's set up in a pod with some other dudes. He probably enjoys. He'll be all right. He's a grown-ass man. He's 53 years old, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They talk about the dude like he's like a 20-year-old. And again, I don't care that he uses. I mean, this isn't my. I don't give a fuck, really. At the end of the day, he's a grown-ass man and can make his decisions. My problem is, again, all of these chumps that keep fucking buying the fact that these people, they have taken their money and they take their money and they keep taking their money. They tell them.
They don't follow through on the things they say they're going to do with their money. Hey, guys, where's the lawsuit against me? She's got, what, 7 more days? Something like that, 6 more days before she has to file that lawsuit or drop her copyright claims against me.
She has to go through OLAP too.
That's right.
Yeah.
I noticed she didn't hit my stream that I played Nick Rekieta playing her voice, but she claims not to be afraid of Nick. She claims that she's not afraid to strike him. Well, then do it.
I'm just telling you, like, look, I ain't Jeremy Hales over here. You want to fuck around with me? I will absolutely tell hundreds of thousands of people, hey, watch this channel like a hawk, and anything they do, report it. Is that what you want? Is that really what you want? Because your channel will disappear. You want to go complain and whine to YouTube? Then I said, well, I absolutely said that. I said, hey, you know, just like you said, if you see a violation, report it. Okay, I'll tell a few 100,000 people to watch your channel for violations like a hawk. You know, and if you think putting them behind a paywall saves you from that, it doesn't, because there's actually a method is you can report it anyway. If you go to the top of the stream, you can still report paywalled information. So, you know, and again, I'm having my folks talk to, no matter what happens with this, I'm having them have a very interesting conversation with YouTube, talking about, again, money that is, it's not being raised in a legitimate form or fashion. There is no, first of all, they're not disclaiming, you know, you talk about setting up and having money just suddenly appear. Well, that works one time, maybe. One stream. It doesn't work for multiple streams. And you didn't disclose that you were fundraising. There was a little button you're supposed to check when you do that. And you didn't. You call it whatever you want, but that was absolutely fundraising. That's defined by YouTube. That is fundraising. You know?
Yeah.
So I find, let's see, give me a second. I'll look something up real quick.
Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. I know you like the stream, so make sure you like it. Helps the algorithm, and share it. And send those commissary funds that we can show Gabe how it's done. If you need, you know, you want Tug to have some ramen and some, what else do they give you in the prison commissary? What's that bubble gum that they give to baseball players? Big Chew. Do they give that to you in prison? I don't know. I've never been to prison before. I wouldn't know. Let's see if we can find the commissary funds or the commissary menu for the Sumter County Jail. Sumter County Jail commissary. Yeah, let's see. Jail exchange. Is it called a jail exchange? Aha. You can buy commissary for an internet using. Here we go.
Actually, I have so people have asked before how fraud is reported, right? Because they don't understand how to report it. They're like, there's no way. Actually, fraud falls under the spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy, because fraud is defined by YouTube is content, metadata, or behavior designed to mislead, trick, or financially exploit YouTube's communities. That's how they defined it. So it's content or behavior that is designed to financially exploit YouTube communities. Now, as far as fake charity appeals, Now, claiming that funds are going to medical alert, tragedy, disaster relief, etc., but directing, if you're misrepresenting that, promising that that's going to happen, but not delivering on it, oh, that absolutely falls under that. There's a whole section on how that works, on how general scams and deceptive practices work. So again, also fake giveaways and contests, promising
Oh, well, that should be looked at for sure.
gifts, etc., in exchange for engagement, likes, subscriptions, also, buys, super chats, but never fulfilling rewards. Yeah, those people that they're telling, by the way, when you're telling people that they have to continue to support you, they can never go over to another channel and have a problem. No, when you've given away something to people and you do not deliver it, that falls under the spams, deceptive practice, and scams policy. Again, I just straight up, it says it is under the general scams and deceptive practice, fake giveaway and contests.
Oh man, Gabe's diet is about to be nothing but ultra processed junk. You can get Chex Mix, Doritos, Cheetos with jalapeno flavor, more Chex Mix combos, pizza flavor, top ramen. Let's see what else.
No. There's also a natural thing that he can eat. He can have a diet of, how did they put it on those streams? Mushrooms. Yeah.
You can get ratty, disgusting looking gray shorts and t-shirts and some sneakers. Let's see, you can buy him a notepad and some envelopes and a pen. Medicated creams. That's probably good for the butt hurt that he may have coming up. Medicated creams. I wonder if it's Amica. Is it Amica cream? Did they get that out
the
of
Amica
jail?
cream, yeah.
Amica cream, toiletries, hygiene. They've got Irish Spring soap. It's not on a rope though. That could be a problem. Pantene. You get some Pantene.
Panties. What?
No, Pantene. Well, you can get those too.
Can you really? Can I get
soda,
them? No, that's really
energy
disturbing.
drinks, coffee, packaged meats, and fish. What? Packaged fish? I don't even want to think about what that might be. Soups, cookies, chips, and pastries. Oh my God, he's going to gain 25 pounds in 90 days. This is the worst looking diet I've ever seen. What kind of food do they just serve in the cafeteria, I wonder? I'm going to find that out.
Yeah.
See if I can find Gabe a healthy meal in there.
I sent over today. He was talking to the MCM. I was like, to follow up, dude was arrested today. Live stream. The dude that was arrested today, I sent a mugshot. That's who the live stream discussed. He has a history of scamming elderly. He and his wife are openly, quote unquote, fundraising on YouTube, and there are allegations they have taken potentially over $100,000. And he's obviously buying cocaine. He cannot afford that. And they're getting high online. He is. He's definitely doing that.
Yeah, and they're doing it live on the air. Yeah.
Yep. He was jailed today. No bond. And they're like, oh, thanks for additional content too. They asked, is this screenshot public? Can we get a link on that? It's like, here's the portal to the Sumter County website where it's from. Also, if they are lazy and they want to look it up, here's the URL that is attached to the screenshot as well. And they're
careful with that URL because it doesn't go right back to his. It goes just to the general.
Yeah,
page
it goes to the general. That's what I'm telling them. If it doesn't, the URL is over the picture, so they can see it too. So that's on there. And they were like, "Well, thanks. Not only will that help potentially sway the decision in their favor, which they sent over to YouTube immediately, but also in its context, it allows YouTube to follow up on the question at hand again." That these people are out there, they're falsely reporting multiple channels. They've been contacting YouTube Legal. They have been, we know all these people have been contacting YouTube Legal, and they've been telling people that they're, YouTube Legal. We heard about like BBB, for example. He went as far as to have to be told, hey, don't contact the people from Legal outside of the YouTube address. I mean, it's crazy. He went and hunted them down. and was contacting them, where he's trying to get Jeremy Hales and other people banned. So
Yeah, they told him to stop contacting their lawyers at home.
So with all of that, I mean, again, this is the kind of stuff that if they really want that, I'll hit up every YouTube channel I know. I'll hit Geeks and Gamers. I'll hit up Neurotic. I'll hit up Yellow Flag. I hit up all these people and see who wants to at least talk about it, because I had a takedown from it. And that's when it becomes more of an interesting discussion. And you're talking about millions of subscribers with some of these folks. And I'm sure some of them would find it really interesting. And when one of them starts covering it, pro or con, the media will pick up on it, especially because some of those folks are, well, depending on what media, they're controversial. They're controversial in the mainstream, but other parts of the media, they love to cover them too. So anything they talk about pops up there. So if you really want to go this route, you just keep fucking with people. You fucking with their channels. We'll go all the way, you know. And I guarantee you that it'll be an entertaining way of going. But I do not like people trying to threaten me. You tell people out there to flag my shit. You tell people to flag Megan's shit. You know.
Ooh, I found the inmate handbook. Ooh, God, there's a Prison ARP Elimination Act. Did you know that? Apparently, they have a zero tolerance policy towards it. That's good. They should.
Yeah, they should.
Nobody should be assaulted in prison or otherwise. All right, let's see. On page 8, there's supposed to be information on meals. Telephones, all calls are recorded. Ooh, I just remembered something. All calls are recorded. I think it's Florida, though, that they're not FOIAble. I think I've tried this once before, and Florida doesn't let you FOIA prison phone calls. I think. I'll have to look that up again. If he's good, he might get a tablet. He's going to be there for a while, I think. That's my guess. Okay. You will be served 3 meals a day from a dietitian-approved menu. Oh, sounds terrible. Special dietary needs will be met at the advice of medical staff. All meals are served to you in your cell, and you must return the spork that is issued with the tray. Oh, no. Gabe's going to be eating all his meals with a spork.
He's like, oh, I guess you can't sharpen that spork.
Can't make a shiv out of a spork anymore. They take it back from you.
The terrible rules they have.
It is your responsibility to get up and get your tray during serving. And if you do not and ask for a tray after serving is complete, you will not receive one. So they can't even eat together. They have to go eat in their cells. That's not a lot. How's he going to make friends? How's Gaby Poo going to make friends?
What kind of nightmare scenario is this where you can't even make a shiv and you can't get up at night and get a little bit of that bun oven loving, you know? I mean, how is he going to get? How are they going to have a baby like Paint Chips allegedly did, so he can trot it off like in 15 years in front of a court thing and then take a poop?
Hey, here's something good. They do have an AA program there providing weekly meetings. Gabe should join that. That's how he can make
actually he
friends.
needs to, for real.
No, he really
does.
should.
They really do. They need to, for sure.
You know, Gabe seems like a kind of a nice guy. I hate to even say that, but he kind of does. Like, not he doesn't seem to be as bad as his wife.
No.
His wife is a real pill, but Gabe seems to be a nice guy. I hope he does get his life together.
I'm going to say a dude that has been nailed for contract fraud and repeatedly. I'm going to say that he's probably my last guy. You know,
that's true. I keep forgetting that part. Damn it.
Yeah, well, that is the skill of somebody.
Trying to throw the guy a bone here because he's sitting in a locked prison cell.
That's the skill of scammers. So they make you
nice.
Feel like you're comfortable. And I mean, listen to Ray. Ray's like, they brought me a pizza. Ray's like, they brought me a pizza and stuff. Dinner. Yeah, and you dropped fucking what, $500 on it? Man, that was a well-placed pizza, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but that is the skill of, again, and so many of these folks.
I take it back. He's clearly a scumbag.
Well, what bothers me in this is so many of these folks, they see this behavior. It's kind of like, again, I I've watched a couple of people now that participated in when Tammy J, again, the day before Tammy J was called a flipper. If you don't know, for some reason, you're hearing about this. Tammy J was a moderator for these, not a moderator, a co-host for these folks, right? So Tammy J decides she's tired of their drama and bullshit, so she just wants to go have fun. So he goes and goofs off with another channel, right? Well, she's been away from them for a hot minute, and she pops into their chat. She's talking for a minute. Everybody's like, "Hey, hi, it's good to see you. You know, we love you." Well, the next day, Lisa decides to call her a flipper and to say that, she's turned on them and do all this garbage because she had the audacity to talk to not about them, by the way, just talk to a guy that they don't like, Just Jay. And they did an entire live stream attacking.
It's understandable. He is difficult to like. Let's just be honest.
Well, you had people that had the day before said that, oh man, we love you and all of this, where, they went from that to they turned on her. Now, some of those people over the last couple of months have had their run in with being called a flipper. Why? Because they ask the wrong thing, like, "Hey, where's my stuff?" Or they ask a question in the chat or whatever. They get met with the same hostility. And those folks over there, they run like a damn cult. You have to denounce a person or you're out. And when they run in, it's just, it's unreal. I wish some of these people would get together and finally talk about like what they've had happen. All these moderators and hosts and stuff all get together and talk about, because we keep seeing more and more and more of them. And some of them are decent human beings that have just been misled by these folks. They have, I've liked a couple of the ex-mods and a couple of the ex-co-hosts that have left there. And, some of the stories I've heard about how 2L would tell them, don't ever listen. First of all, you need to go over and you need to take notes on what Tug, Megan, and them say, but don't ever talk about it. And don't ever really, talk about anything that makes sense. And don't look into anybody on the thing. They're lying about people like Luthman and more. Those are all lies. So
I got bad news. Bad news.
Okay, terrible news.
Gabe's only going to be able to go outside for 3 hours a week.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Weather permitting. 3 hours a week.
What are the visitation rules? Like how
they
much
get to
peace
go
do you
outside to the recreation yard, but no horseplay. That is not allowed. Visitation, I haven't got to that yet. Okay, here's what they get when they get there. You want to know what this experience was like? 1 jail uniform, 1 pillow, 1 towel, 2 sheets, 1 mattress, 1 pillowcase, 1 blanket, 1 bin bag, and toiletries with a mesh bag. Your bin bag toiletries will include 1 toothbrush, 1 bar of soap, 1 roll of toilet paper, a pair of shower slides, tube of toothpaste, and a comb.
I got a question. Can we volunteer a towel? Because I have one. Here it is. Look, can we volunteer that one? It'll remind him.
Could he bring a towel from home? The favorite one?
Yeah. He's like, smells like a war crime.
Wow, they got a lot of rules there. A lot of rules. Yeah,
I bet you that
all your personal items in a bin bag. Anything else you're not allowed to have, they'll seize it and take it away. You get to have your reading glasses and 1 wedding band and 1 paperback Bible. That's it. And only photos in good taste will be allowed. Well, that rules out any photos of his wife.
Let me ask, does Gabe miss the chair towel? I'm asking to the Magic 8 Ball. It's unclear. Ask again. All right, let's ask again. It's unclear. Ask again. Damn you.
Give us an answer.
Not for $1 million. I'm telling you, I bet you.
TV. He does have TV. That's the good news. Oh, wait a minute. It says TV is a privilege. And
no, that's TB. That's TB. Yeah. You got to get tested periodically for it.
TV is a privilege and cannot be turned off, and can be turned off at any time at the discretion of the deputies. and it will be turned on after morning cleanup and off at 11 p.m. Also, you're not allowed to be in another inmate's cell or in their bunk. You hear that, Gabe? Do not go bunking up with anybody. You're not allowed.
You see him sharpening his spork, and you think he's going to war, but really what he's trying to do is cut the rope off the soap. He's like, I've got to drop it soon. I need a new truck.
Okay,
Allegedly.
you want to hear about the chores that he's going to do all day?
Did I not just talk about some? Oh, you mean real chores? Okay.
Chores. He's got chores he has to do. There's jobs, Yeah. Here, all inmates shall be responsible for the cleanliness of the day room, the shower area. Floors shall be swept and mopped daily. Toilets, sinks, and showers shall be cleaned daily. Windows and windowsills shall be kept free of clutter. All trash will be placed in trash receptacles. Trash receptacles shall be emptied and cleaned daily. Litter will not be permitted to accumulate in cells, day rooms, showers, etc. So they're going to put him to work. He can't decorate his cell either. You can't put shit on the walls. Nothing. Oh, and he has to make his bed. He has to make his bed every day before he can watch TV.
Oh, I just
Jeez, they just treat them like children. These sound like the rules in my house.
Dude, they can't they can't
Jesus, is
falsely,
my house like jail?
Listen, they can't falsely claim videos right now, because see, I have the feeling that a certain person did that under Gabe's name, right? But they can't do it right now because Gabe's a little preoccupied.
Oh, that's right. Gabe's
so,
not here.
Yeah.
Gabe doesn't have internet access.
Yep. But yes, if you would like to look this stuff up too, considering they tell everybody that it's all fake and everything's not real, there's actually, let me copy that link here. So there's actually a portal to it. All you have to do is go and type in Gabe's name. But yes, here is the portal, and check it out yourself. For sure. You can look it up and at your leisure and see that is all legit. Now, again, the spin will be just like everything else. There will be a dozen to maybe even 24 hardcore weirdos that will try to sell you the fact that there's some sob story or somebody else. It's somehow Megan Fox's fault. I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know.
I think
maybe
it's your fault.
I made Gabe do the coke.
Oh, maybe you were the not a friend of the friend.
I was the friend of the friend. Was I there?
Yeah, you were there. It wasn't a probation. Oh my God, I know. Why I didn't see this. You followed them in. It wasn't the probation officer that tried to cause him to test.
I cast a disguise spell. Oh wait, that's D&D. Disguise self spell, and I posed as a stripper and I gave him cocaine off my backside. That's what happened.
You got the Yoga for Witches book that that Bruce actually was
Bruce
using.
has.
Yeah, and then you read up on how to disguise yourself, and then you cast some kind of spell and you went out, and when he passed out, you were like, you really are Tony Montana.
Oh, bad news. More bad news. More bad news.
Oh no, what?
Each inmate is expected to maintain a high degree of personal cleanliness. Oh, this is going to be hard.
Don't let Vomit visit. Good Lord, have you seen the pictures of him lately? Oh, I don't know.
He looks like he's melting. I don't know what's
It looks
happening.
like his hair has been glued on his head for real. It maybe. I'm not sure.
He looks unshowered, unkempt, unshaven. I mean, he looks like a wild man with its wide, crazy eyes and screaming at Jay about harming people through comedy. Like, I don't know what that was about, but I was laughing. Oh my God, they're going to require Gabe to shower at least twice a week. That's going to be a change for him. That's what Vomit needs. Vomit needs some jail time, so they would require him to shower.
Hey, I got to send you a
He looks like he hasn't had a shower in about a month.
This will make a fun thing if you can make this happen, or somebody can, right? I'm going to text you something. So check that out.
Okay, hold on. It just came through. Hold on.
Could you imagine if you can make that happen, or somebody can?
Yeah, there's some restrictions though.
Yeah, but still, oh man, you know. Even if
Yeah, it might
any,
make it impossible though. I'll explain later.
Who knows? We can try. You know, can't, never, could, do nothing.
True.
I had a teacher that said that. I was like, what in God's name did you just say? Can't, never, could, do nothing. What does that mean? It sounds like a Lynette Preston statement.
Can't never do nothing. Yeah.
No, can't, never, could, do nothing.
Oh, can't, never, could do nothing. Well, it's not as good as let's go nowhere together. I prefer that one, frankly. Let's all keep going nowhere together.
That's lovely. These people, though, you know, I thought it was really funny when Fatty was trying to brag about how they took down Strayer. Gabe did. She threw it on as a Gabe did, you know. And
wait a minute.
What is it?
Oh my God! I think I know. This is all a big plot. We've all been had. We have been had. They have been plotting to get Gabe thrown in jail from the beginning of this. You know why?
Why?
Because now he has access to a law library for pro se litigants.
So then we're going to get the $400 lawsuits.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just figured it out. Lisa now has access to everything that Gabe does because he can go on the computer and he can download all the stuff that she needs for her bullshit lawsuit.
Oh my goodness. Man, oh man. So you figured out everything.
What?
Good Lord. For the low, low price of $400 dues. I really wish she would adopt that narrative. That would be the most amazing thing ever, you know? If she's like, yeah, that was really my plot.
That would be really funny if she's like, it's all coming together as planned.
Yeah, we planned this to get that Megan Fox.
Gabe sending her like pro se filings from jail. They got at the law library. He's using the jail lawyer.
Like pigeon legs. He's like kiting them out of there.
I bet that's what it is.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. You know, and she's like, you know what? They can't listen in because people mistake me for a lawyer. Yeah.
God,
like,
you know,
everything's confidential.
this jail really does sound a lot like elementary school. Listen to this one. They do counts. Officers will make at least 4 counts every day. You will be locked down for these counts. You will be required to sit on your assigned bunk for count. Do not talk with the deputies during count time unless it's an emergency. This is like when they made you line up in elementary school before and after recess so they could count
You had
heads.
a hardcore elementary school. I don't remember anybody ever trying to shiv me in elementary. Maybe
I
they
didn't
did.
say shiv. I said the teachers would do a count.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
They would
like,
count
this is
us
like
to
elementary.
make sure they didn't lose us.
Ugh. Did you say loofah?
No. Oh, by the way, that's contraband. He can't have one.
She's like, how is he going to indicate that he's into that man-on-man action if he can't have a colored loofah?
He's going to have to go with the old-fashioned way with the handkerchief in the back pocket.
He's going to have to carve his soap into a little mushroom.
Or what was it that Larry Craig did? The foot tapping? Remember? It was like a foot tapping code in the men's room of some airport somewhere. That was an old reference, man. I pulled that one right out of the vault.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That's a good one. I even remembered his name. Damn, I had my keto brains today. My keto brains came. See, I can pull up old references like nothing. I remembered Larry Craig's name and the foot tapping scandal.
I had something like that happen today.
By the way, oh, I forgot. We have a winner for July. Or no, was it July? Or yeah, wait. Didn't she do July already? I got an email from her today. I feel like we did July, but I saw a winner thing.
Was it a winner contacted?
I don't know. Maybe. Let me check. But don't forget, guys, when you order Keto Brains, $100 or more, you get a free.
No, it was a winner.
Brass knuckle mug.
They did an unboxing. That's what it was.
Oh, that's what it was.
I have to check it out, and then after that, We'll have to
Cool. Yeah, one
debut
of the
that next
winners
week.
from
I
July
think that'll
sent
be
us an
fun.
unboxing.
I
Yeah,
think that's
Melanie,
awesome.
that's
You know,
awesome. Yeah.
Frosty in a pod. Oh Lord. Yeah, sometimes the everything bagels, they just put you down, you know? It's sad when that happens. I feel really bad for a person, you know? I mean, sometimes you get that bagel craving and bam, next thing you know, you're in jail.
Yep.
We've been talking about, though, again, these people act like they can do anything. And it amazes me because when Babe got popped the first time, he got popped right after the permits expired. I mean, it was really strange. These people, they had all of this money, you know, and then right after this very public debate about permits for the Bardo, them expiring, and after they expire, them kind of not having to do anything. Right after that, people that cannot afford to be using cocaine, he pops off with a positive test. That's when we got to hear all of the wonderful spin about poppy seeds and everything bagels. If you've not heard that by now, I have a wonderful video I put up on Facebook. You know what? I need to share that again because I decided they did 3 streams where they talked about it wasn't him using anything. See, this is another thing where you were talking about Ray saying that he had a problem. He was on the wagon. How is he on the wagon when it was caused by poppy seeds? I mean, how's that work? Is he on the wagon for breaded
Ray
product?
really screwed up by even saying that because Lisa's story has been he doesn't have a problem, so there's no wagon.
Yep. And now, like I said, she's going to change it. You watch. She's going to be like, I've been keeping a secret. Gabe's really, he's an addict. Oh, you know, and please give me some monies. And it's going to be, you know what? I'm really sad about that too. Please give me some monies. You know, I'm sad I have to talk about it. Please give me monies. We're rolling along today, by the way. There is much. You know, this has been a fun stream so far. I've enjoyed it. What's really funny is this, it's kind of it's kind of hilarious because we have everything about it. And we told y'all that this was coming, you know, they took it down because they thought they could control the narrative on it, but you can't control the narrative when you end up going to fucking jail about it. You can't. You can spin it again, and they will spin hard, and they'll pretend like they're victims in it. They're going to call law enforcement and tell on us all, Megan. You know that, right?
Yeah, so she does appear to be planning to go live tonight too, which is interesting.
That's going to be really funny.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's got to spin it, man.
Yep.
She's got to spin it, you know?
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that she didn't go live at her normal time because she's changed it to 9 p.m. now.
Yeah. She's trying to keep her normal people from seeing what we say. That's exactly what it is. Because more and more of them keep straying over, and you know what's happening with that? Some of them are actually looking up court. You know, you can think anything you want about Jeremy Hills. We keep saying this. You don't have to like him. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like anybody. No. But what I really would ask you to do is, again, do something that, like last night, you had on Richard Luthman on that channel. Richard Luthman, again, fraud. He took a blind man that was asking to get out of a guardianship. He took him and made him the fall guy of a fraud that put Luthman in jail for 4 years. And he's done a lot more than that. And you can read up on it just by looking up his name and conviction.
The judge called his crimes bizarre and ruthless.
And he brags all the time. That's why when he's talking about getting button bin to take out people, he's trying to brag about that. He told people like myself to sleep with a Glock under my pillow.
He pretends to be connected to the mob.
Yeah. I'm like, come on down here and, file that one with me, fatty. He'll tell me sleep under.
Such a weirdo.
Yeah, but These are people, again, you would have a problem with that if a Hales had been in prison for 4 years, or you're somebody connected to him threatening people with demise, you definitely have a problem with that. But on top of it, these are the people that are brought on to talk about things, everything related from guardianship to getting the dollar reduced. Gabe, again, he has been a fixture there. In fact, the reason that you had a fallout with the major donor, Only Me, is because of money at first. He asked questions about, hey, what's going on with the funds that I gave? Because there was nothing going on with all these major funds. All you had seen, oh yeah, I mean, they did a great job when they wanted to have a massive party, right? When everybody gave free freaking Christmas presents and they decided they wanted to have a massive bonfire party, oh, they could pop that off. And, when they said that tens of thousands of dollars were for a fence, and by themselves, their own admission, they said they paid $5,000. Now, even if that's outside of, again, they got massive amounts of gift cards. So I personally do not believe that. But even if you give them credit for that, they ghosted a lot of money. They said that the money for the fence that was donated, just from the Only Me money, they said that it was tens. What happened to that money? Well, it's all theirs. It's gifts. That's not how that works, by the way. But that was okay. So anyway, you should look into those people. You should look into the claims there, and you should do it outside of these folks, outside of everybody. Look at it outside of, just listen. Listen to what's really being said. Go all the way back to 2024 and listen. And look also at all the donors that have been attacked, the moderators that have been attacked, all of that. It's unreal. It is absolutely unreal. Because again, you either have to join in and you have to believe in it. And again, I'm not saying that if you say stupid things, I won't laugh at you. That's fun. But you know what? I have every right, and you have every right to think that what I say is stupid, But what you don't do is, there's a different level. When people are buying products from you, you don't attack them. You don't typically attack your co-host like that either. I cannot imagine a world where, if like Megan and I had a falling out in some way. First, I can't imagine that world, but
I can't imagine that. But let's say we did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot imagine.
I'm sure it would be over some sort of weird fuzzy animal that you sent me.
I was about to say it's because I mailed one mouse.
It's gonna be because you mailed me a
I
snake.
didn't show you the pictures of the mouse I was going to send you.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Yes, I got some pictures for it. I got to mail them over myself. I'm glad you reminded me, Megan. Because Megan was talking.
If we ever fall out, it'll be over this shit.
Well, Megan was talking the other night, and I one thing that she said to me, she said, "You know what, Tug? There's only one thing I've ever wanted in my life, and it's a pet snake."
What?
Yeah, she said that. She was
I didn't chat. You heard me say the opposite.
Absolutely.
I said I didn't want
she
one
said
at
that.
all.
I'm sure you caught
no,
that.
No.
Pet snake. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it for you, Megan. I know.
This is why I'm gonna rage quit. And then you can talk all about us falling out, because it'll be true. Just go ahead.
Well, first I've got to get these mouse pictures.
I will
up.
never speak to you again. Never.
You'll never speak if I don't get the snake? Is that what you're saying? I'm confused. I'm confused on the rules here, Megan. You gotta be really clear on those rules.
Stop it.
Oh my God. I really have to fight myself, Megan, from sending you like boxes with hair holes punched in them.
I know you
It
do.
is very hard. I have a lot of
so you
control
were
issues.
saying if we ever fell out, let's get back to that conversation.
Wait. Oh, here, I want to show you these first. So this is your little friend that look at that. Look at him. He's so cute.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your new little friend.
Wait a minute. Did you feed that to a snake?
Huh? What? No. I'm growing it for you.
You are not.
Yeah, I am. He's your friend. This is your new friend. It's
really
Cuddles.
cute.
He's Cuddles the rat.
Cute.
Yeah, look at him. Oh,
Why is that so
says, come here, Megan. Give me a little
Oh, you fed it to a snake. I know you did.
No, you want a snake to feed? Oh my God, man, that's
No, I
crazy. Is
just
that
know
why
that
you
you
want a
have to.
snake?
No, I don't want a snake. Oh my God. I just know you don't have rats in your
I
house other than to feed them to snakes.
well, I tell you what, that rat right there, I'm going to feed it to a snake
That
if you
rat.
don't take it.
Oh, oh
That's
no.
right, Megan. You could save its life by
Oh
taking it.
no.
Yeah,
Oh
isn't that
no.
sad?
How could you
Now it
give
is a
me
rat
Sophie's
pup, so
choice?
it will grow up into a full-size rat, not a mouse, a rat.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it won't be
I
cute
don't
when
know.
it grows up.
You're wearing
It
me
will be
down.
big and actually they
They're
are
pretty
cute for real.
cute.
They are. They are. I just
But I don't have the facilities to take
well,
care
they're a
of a
lot of
rat.
dedication for real. Like my oldest has been like, I want a pet rat. She's doing me that. And I'm like, I'm like, well, the only downside to that is you have to every day you have to go through and heavily clean them. It's not like a simple like a snake, every now and then I go in with a with something and just pick up whatever they leave behind, which they don't leave a lot behind. So that's easy. But rat no. But they are cute. So you sound like you want one. I heard you being
That
like,
one
yeah,
was pretty cute.
yeah, exactly.
Don't feed it to the snake.
Oh, well, that one's for sure. That one is definitely.
Oh,
You could save it though. You could have.
oh.
I know
Baby
it's so sad.
mouse.
I know. Gosh,
It's
Megan.
like just a baby.
Yeah. That's what they mean by rat pup. It is a baby. Yes.
Oh, don't show us snake food.
I'm not showing it's snake food. I'm
All
saying
right,
you could
finish your
save it.
thought. You said
It's potential snake food.
if
You can
we
save
ever
its life.
fell out, I don't want to talk about snake food anymore. If we ever fell out, then what? You were talking.
Yes.
I interrupted you.
I would not spend every day trashing you. That would be insane. I
Yeah, that
cannot
would be
imagine.
insane.
First of all, I can't imagine that type of animosity.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, I can't
And
live in
not
that.
to mention immature. So immature.
I just can't live in that kind of anger. Again, you could have I've had falling outs where you have a couple of anger streams, and I've said mean things, but you know what? I've learned from that. And typically I try to remember myself, microphone, and I don't do that. But people who do that a lot, sometimes I wonder if that's not really anger. It's more about, again, like everything else we see come from these people, it's about putting a narrative in front of a group of people before someone else can say something.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it looks like they're going to have a mod trashing stream again. That's what it looks like it's going to be about. That's hilarious. Holy
Wait,
shit.
it's going to be about what?
Trashing bad mod returns. The garden just got messy.
Oh, is it going to be about Kim or whatever?
Probably, yes. It's going to be about the lady that came out and was talking about some wonderful things, which we will review that, by the way.
Yeah, I
because
didn't
it
get
is
a chance to watch or listen to that, but she did say a lot of things, some very interesting things about why they moved to the villages.
They were talking about living in a shed. Living in a shed. So they were saying that those folks, those two, they actually were shed living too. They talked about so this Kimmy, who was Lisa's old mom, did around a 45-minute stream today, which interestingly popped up in a lot of people's algorithms. That's how we found out about it, because it popped up. I've never heard of the person, pro or con. So their allegations were that Gabe, as far as an addict, well, that hasn't, again, he does have a problem. And that's been going on for quite some time. She also talks about the times, plural, that Gabe and Lisa separated. I wonder if he got his truck during that time. Curious. Mm-hmm.
She said, was that when she was sending the neighbor off looking for him?
That's what the neighbor, the neighbor alleged that he was being asked to go and hunt down old Gabe Poo.
Hunt him down. He's with his paramour.
Yep. She also talked about them squatting in a shed. Talked about 2L allegedly attempting to cash a $2K check twice after Gabe had already cashed it. He talked about Gabe cutting corners with his work. cheating his clients. Talked about
Oh
the reasons
my.
he moved to the village. And yeah, talked about a lot of money that could be potentially made off old people in the villages.
Oh
It's
my.
pretty in depth. So of course, she's coming out and she's going to go after that person. I'm going to say that everything that they say is a lie. Now, again, I'm not saying that what they said is true, but it's interesting that more and more people that are connected to these folks come out and they say some pretty interesting stuff about them, right? You know, this is
Yep.
yet another old moderator. How many co-hosts, moderators, etc. have we seen come forward? And remember, she used the position of moderator to say that that position was a way that she found out about Jeremy Hales, right? So, which is a bunch of dog shit, but still, you know, if it's good for the goose, right? Good for the gander. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to assume that that's right. One thing I do want to talk about real quick too, that they last night, they heavily went into the handwriting analyst and talked about him being the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know, which was amazing. Again, this guy supposedly, according to Lynette Preston, got paid $14,000, which is unreal, you know. If that's true,
Yeah.
if that is true. But I posted, let me see. I want people to check this out. You know, you don't have to check our word or take our word, check our word. You don't have to take our word for anything with it. There's this guy, Curtis Baggett. Now, this is one of multiple cases that is being discussed here. And it's talking about him, and it's talking about whether or not he actually is what he says he is. It talks about methodology. It talks about qualifications and more. And in it, the court finds that he is not qualified to be an
Right.
expert witness. On top of it, the methodology that he quotes, they find that he has no methodology at all. Like that's extremely damning. You know, again, I could go out and claim that. So if I start claiming right now, actually last year I started claiming I was a handwriting expert. You remember that, right? So I already
Yeah.
have a year under my belt as a handwriting expert.
Yeah,
You know?
that's pretty good.
Yeah, actually, I mean, hey, that's when I decided that I was going to become a reverend as well. I am ordained, by the way.
Yes, and you are ordained.
I am for real, folks. I am ordained. If you ever want to get married, you know, I did have somebody request that, but at the time, I was like, maybe, you know, do you really want this? This is a very important moment for you. Do you really want this? I mean, but for real, I mean, here, you see that. I've been ordained since the 12th of March, 2025. These are my credentials for ministry. That is real. That is my copy of original only. That's not the official document, but this is the. There, look at that. I am ordained. So if you're wondering about how awesome I am. Well, we keep hearing about how like Michelle Preston, you know, she tells people that she's an ordained minister. And I was like, wow, yeah, you know how long it took me to get ordained? Well, I had a lag that day on my internet because I believe it had been storming. So I think it took me like 3 minutes. You know, but yeah, it's really difficult to become an ordained minister. I mean, 3 minutes of my life, Megan.
Three whole minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes I put into
Wow,
that.
that's a lot of time.
I know. Hey, can you hold this down for a minute? I think
Sure.
I'm gonna hit some supers in a few minutes. Yeah, this has been a fun stream. But yeah, I'll
Yes,
be right back.
it has. All right, everybody. Welcome back in here. Doug's going to go do whatever he's doing. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And don't send any more super chats. He's had enough. You guys spoil him. He's had enough. He doesn't need any more than that. That's just an obscene amount of super chats. Just kidding. You can always send more. Let me look at the chat. How's it going? Did you guys go and check out? Did you search on the SumterCountySheriff.org page for Gabe's name? Did you do that? Hold on. I'm gonna drop the link again. I want you guys to go and look it up yourself. type in last name Weeks, first name G, and see what comes up for you. See what comes up. Go see what comes up, because I don't want to be told I'm making it up. It's literally on the Sumter County's website. Yep. It also made it to, like Tug was saying, to a Facebook page that is like, follows arrests and stuff. Thank you.
Oh my God! I just thought of something.
Yeah.
There was a stream one night where I heard Gabe tell ThATuMBRELLA that he had to go blow his nose, and I never thought about that being like blow my nose, like
Oh
put
my
blow in your nose.
God.
Yeah.
So
I
he's
never
just
thought about it that
rubbing
way.
our face in it.
Yeah, he's blowing. Like, wait a minute. I don't buy that a person that has had multiple fails on a drug test just accidentally is using here or there, because if you're out there and again you have some incidental that causes you to fail, they know that they're only doing this bi-monthly according to 2L. They're doing drug tests bi-monthly. So one time, okay, I can go with one time, sure, the excuse. But the other time, again, remember the last time they blew it up, and I can't believe the people that watched that show, they let it sit with maybe it was everything bagels. That's really where the discussion ended. That's as far as those folks pushed it.
Crazy.
It was a whole controversy over, the money you were talking to, you're talking about it rolling in to, God, do you remember the month he got pumped last time?
I was looking that up, and I believe it was October.
Okay, so you're rolling into right on a year with everything, with money, and he gets hit, and then how he gets nailed again. So again, that's not just some incidental. That's somebody with a habit. And the only way you support a habit like that, I mean, you're talking one person, and I don't know how many people around there are, but one person, you're talking probably a $200 to $300 a day habit. How do you support on
That's a lot.
Well, yeah, when you're talking like and that's not on a copious amount, but if you're talking like a $300 habit, I mean that would be $9,000.
And he's always got
a month.
people over, so there's probably sharing going on.
Yeah, I mean it's just all crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna hit some super chats. You stick
All
it
right,
in.
it's perfect timing because somebody made cookies, so I'm going down.
Go have fun.
All right.
All right. I'll see you.
See
Hey,
ya.
tell by the way, tell Fate that you're going on vacation, because maybe then things will amp up, and
Okay.
God, what would happen after this? I don't know. Yeah, Megan's going on vacation, Fate. So
I'm going on vacation. Bye.
Yep. See ya. All right, folks, let's do this there. And thank you all again. I thought it would be really fun to talk about this subject again. Like I said, there was an arrest today for sure, 100%. Gabe got arrested. He got arrested for popping positive for cocaine. We were talking about that the last time I was live, and they privacy struck stream again over them because they wanted to shut that discussion down because that person's a piece of shit. But remember that again. Remember that. She's got a lot of viewers too. She's again, I've seen some of her big name people getting very frustrated about not getting their stuff. They've been lied to. When you haven't gotten your stuff since December, by the way, you see them attacking other folks. Like you're next. She will turn. She's talking when she talks about flippas and stuff. She's talking about you too. Like if you have a disagreement and you say something about it, she's talking about you. So just remember that all these people that you think are your friends, they will turn on you and they will stick the knife in. Is that really what you want? And when they do, again, I'm not being a dick and saying ha or anything. I'm not. I'm saying look into what we've talked about. Remove Jeremy Hales from the equation. Or ask yourself why to hate Jeremy Hales, you have to throw in with felons and more. Isn't that strange? Anyway, so Let's see. What's up, Cynthia? Thank you for the 20 there. Says, go get them. That's right. That's right, baby. Thank you, by the way. That is much appreciated. Go get them. Heck yeah. Deborah dropped 10 there through Cash App. Says, for me, well, thank you. I appreciate that there. You know what? I'll probably do another ice cream day for the kids. I probably will try not to get involved there. Hey, what's up? E Poindexter 2. Hey, thank you. And thank you too. I appreciate you. Thanks for the 30 there. Whatever, whenever, and for whatever, because breadsticks are better than booger sugar every single day. That is true. No, like I said, I am not claiming that throughout my life I have been a saint. I have not. I had a substance issue problem, but you know, I never claimed that I was trying to help a child in need get out of a shed. Nowadays, again, remember the shed wasn't a problem. Now the shed, it's like a tiny home. So it didn't even matter. So all that money, you know, it's a middle finger to all these. Like at what point again does this become too much? Oh, we're going to pay for this. We're going to get them out of the shed. We're going to get them into a home. She already had a home, man. It's just like a tiny house. Why are people complaining? I mean, again, that's the new narrative too. Fun times, right? Jack Small, thank you for the gifted membership there. Thank you, Jack Small. Appreciate you there. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Is Lisa next for the Giselle? Well, I don't know. I have no idea what these idiots are up to or in for. I do, however, know that the next time somebody contacts, I find it really interesting that they went online, her and Gabe, and they laughed about the idea that somebody had called the probation officer. And they said that the probation officer back when laughed with them about it when they reported it. They said they all had a good laugh, a good ha-ha. And you know what? The probation officer had to tell them that someone called. So that part is at least correct. You know? That is at least correct. Isn't that weird? Give me a minute. I was looking for something real quick. I was going to show you something, but it's buried somewhere. Oh, well, I'll find it later. Hey, what's up, Death Angel? Thank you for the gold coin. Thank you there. Appreciate that. Bill May. Thank you. Oh, Bill Mayfield. My bad. Thank you for the silver star. Let's see, Greg. Thank you for the silver star, too. Appreciate that. Co-independent. Thank you for the 250 jewels and the clapping seal. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. The Jack's mom. Thank you for the chili as well. Thank you. Alyssa. Thank you for the 200 jewels and the German. Thank you. Stacy. Thank you for the hiding there. Appreciate that. Deb. What's up, Deb? Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Thugs. Oh, by the way, I don't know if any of you have ever checked this out. This is very random. Just going to note something very random in here. I noticed on Amazon that I don't know if you saw this show come up called Jupiter's Legacy. They tried to make a show out of it on Netflix, and they made a kind of a mess of it. But the comic books that are based on are really good. You know, I really like them. They have library editions, which mean they're like much taller than the average book. But Jupiter's Legacy, Library Edition, Volume 1, it's typically $50. Now it's $25 on Amazon right now. So it's on sale for half price. If you ever want to check out an interesting story, they wanted to make it a show, but they messed up the show. They made it a mess. If you have never checked that out, man, it is good. I ordered it because it's $25 and I love books. I can also sit down and it's something, it encourages reading, not just in myself, but it encourages reading in my children, which is great. But that series is amazing. They're making 4 or 5 library editions out of it. And it's, you know, so if you never checked it out, you should. I love it. I think it's good. Debbie, Michigan, though, thank you. Linda, thank you for the sparkles there. Thank you. Jeff, thank you for the happy poops. Thank you there. Beth, thank you for the 200 jewels in the Gemmo. Thank you there. Appreciate that. Leanne, thank you for the 200 jewels in the Jammin' as well. That's one of my favorite cousins. His name is Leanne. So I always like the name. Centipats, thank you for the membership there. Thank you for that gifto. Appreciate that. Love it. appreciate you. Paula, thank you for the 28 months. Heck yeah. Time, or rather, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Heck yeah. It does. And this week, I'm telling you, this weekend is going to be chock full of fun. Because again, I think I'm going to have on Mr. Coop. And I don't know if Dee is available. I don't know. She had some stuff going on, but if she's available, she can as well come on for sure. They were fun to both have on, but I think I'm going to invite Mr. Coop over, and next week maybe we'll have a return of the Just Jay. He's been sick, so he sounded awful. I did talk to him briefly because he was offline, and I wanted to make sure that he was doing okay. Because I do like Jay, so I did hit him up and I talked to him for a brief minute. And yeah, he sounded terrible. He absolutely did, but he sounded better than he had been. So in a couple of weeks, maybe we can angle for that too. Sunflower, thank you for the happy poop. Oh, you have to, by the way. Again, I typically would not tell you that a paint chip stream is something that's funny and worth seeing, but man, Vomit lost his mind in the last 20 minutes of that. We will have to cover that too. That is, it's something unreal. Nana, thank you for the 100 jewels and the high five. Thank you. Bree, thank you for the floating heart. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Here and after, thank you for the 8 months of happy days. Heck yeah. Valor, thank you for the 250 jewels with a laughing disco. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Hey, Barnyard Sally, thank you for the silver star. That really fits the avatar. I think it's awesome. Rest in B face dropped 100 jewels with a high five, baby. Heck yeah. Thank you. Ralph, what's up, Ralph? Thank you for the happy poops. That'll never get normal saying that. Well, it's Laura, thank you for the 45 months. Man, that is awesome. You didn't add a statement, but man, 45 months is one hell of a statement. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Very much so. It's discombobulated. Again, love the name every time. Discombobulated is a great word, by the way. People should use that. They should. It was funny. Somebody asked me, do you use words like this? See, I use words like paramour. And somebody I knew was like, who in the hell uses the word paramour? I said that so-and-so who is, I'm not going to say the real names, but so-and-so who is such and such paramour did blah, blah, blah. All right. And the person I was talking to was like, who in the world did you pay paramour? I like that word though. People normally use words like that, right? Because the person was like, what? Paramour, who uses that? Like most people use words like that. We're discombobulated. They use awesome words. Those are cool. Our vernacular, you have so many words available. There's some cool ones out there. Anyway, I love that word. Thank you for the flower too. Jump, thanks for the 20 bucks for the snowman fund. That's right. Hey man, I should have put the snowman up. Frosty the snowman is not having a good day. Thank you. Deborah, thanks for the gold coin. Thank you there. Laura, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you very much for the gifted membership too. I appreciate that. Work for a state agency and use the word paramour. See, there you go. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think that's it was really weird when we used to do therapy notes. The way that a lot of places want you to narrate, it's so bizarre because it's they don't want you to see this. Okay, the place I worked at did not want you to use the person's name. They always wanted you to use the word client at first, and then they changed client to I don't remember, but it was always wild because they wanted you to talk about yourself in third person, instead of being like they wanted to be like my name. So Tug or that umbrella guy spoke to client, and client wishes to, our client wanted that umbrella guy to to discuss coping skills. It's just, it was so bizarre. Like you're talking about state agencies, made me think about that. 2012, thanks for the 2 there. For some body cam footage. Heck yeah, that'd be amazing if there is any, wouldn't it? Rogue Mom, thanks for the 5. But don't forget, he just finished drug treatment according to his probation. After a week before he tested positive. What a mess, man. You know, and again, I get addiction, dude. Addiction is a foul. If these people had just been honest and forthright with folks, that might have, you know, if they were like, hey, you know what? A lot of the money's gone because, well, somebody's got an addiction problem. Something like that. People probably would have been a little more forgiving. When all of this, when it all blows up, it will blow up spectacularly. It has been. It has been self-destructive. There's a lot of damage. And they're getting a lot of clicks right now because a lot of people are watching that shit show. They are watching everything fall down. You have people that are doing clip shows of it. I mean, it's amazing. Filters. Thank you for the silver star. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Mama Cat. Thanks for the 50 there. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much there. It seems to be snowing in Florida today. Yippee! That's right. One by one, they all will fall. Yep, that is indeed true. They are the instruments of their own downfall, too. That's the most interesting thing about this. When you look at like Bruce or any other one, they have fallen on their own. It's no one else that's brought them down. You're right. It's crazy, isn't it? Awesome. Thanks for the 2 years there. Thank you. 2 years of fun and laughter. Thank you for rescuing me and or Chad from some awful days. Love you guys. Hey, love return to you too. And you know what? Y'all do that for me too. So I can't say enough. I do appreciate you all. I do for real. If I went through with divorce and all of that crazy, even before that, with all the stuff that was going on, I went through some really dark times. And, you know, I really looked forward to being able to pull up into stuff like this and to really just delve into something else and to get away from the real life stupid for a minute, you know, and to really just laugh at horrible people. It made me feel better. But you know what? Laughing alone is one thing. Laughing with you guys, that's another. So thank you. Jennifer, thank you for the 100 jewels and the high 5. Heck yeah. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Janet, thanks for the 5 there. Yay, Tug. Yay, return. Appreciate you. Thank you. Filter, thanks for the gold coin. Thank you. Laura, thank you also for the gold coin. Brett, thank you for the 100. Thank you there. Appreciate that. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 2. Go after their source of income, their coffee. Yeah, you know, that's another thing. If they really want to roll that, I mean, they went and they lied to Coffee, the site, and they said they're not funding lawsuits. I really would like to understand something, though. You know, people talk about suing sites, and most of the time it's pretty stupid and silly, right? But that site, I wonder, they have terms of service that say you cannot crowdfund lawsuits. You can't do that stuff. And they took down 2L's site for it, but then they reinstated it after she went and lied to them about it. Now they have proof, and I'm sure it's been reported to them that people are crowdfunding there. That sounds like a lawsuit and a half waiting to happen because they defy their own rules, and they have proof that this stuff is happening there. But that's what these people do all day, every day. They just sit around and they contact sites or they do damage control, and they just keep the bullshit rolling. It's amazing, isn't it? Becky, thank you for the 250 jewels, by the way. And the Laughing Disco, thank you for that. Tracy dropped 600 jewels. And the mic drop. Heck yeah. I love a mic drop moment. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 20. Go get them, Tug. The clown show can put a great show down. That's right. That is right. In love. Well, thank you. You know what? Thank you for that. Appreciate you. Judy dropped that silver star. Thank you. Appreciate you. Janice, thanks for the 20 there. Go get her, Megan and Tug. I'm sick of her shite. Did Felisa really ban paint chips on her channel? I don't know. Did she? She had him on she had him on last night. Unless something happened last night that I don't know about. I mean, they were going over. I haven't gone over all their stuff. I saw they went over again the handwriting expert that Lynette Preston paid for, and it's so dumb at putting out there. They refuse. All these people refuse to look up the guys. I mean, that's all you have to do. Is look up, dude. He has his own press release. See, when you hire an expert, what you have to do is you have to get past their name search, their SEO. They create search engine optimization by writing articles about themselves. So once you get past that and start looking for the real stuff about them, that's when you find out. The best place to look is in cases that they've been part of. And this guy is a freaking disaster. So they brought him up. They went over it like it's some big winner, you know. And they tried to sell the idea that not only did Lynette Preston not make the signs, but Jeremy Hales did it. And the funny thing is that this guy has done that before. And he's so bad. They didn't add their expert to their case. They paid all that money. And I think donors paid all that money. They paid it. And remember, there was never anything that asked for an expert report. There was never money that's specific. But again, the way Lynette Preston stated this to someone, that money was paid out initially and then was comped out of money that had been raised. Huh. But I don't know about the paint chips thing. I mean, that would be lonely. Thank you for the $5 there. Old Frosty poked his carrot gross into this. That's right. He opened himself up for criticism. That is very true. And remember, with all of that said, as far as records and more, oh yeah, fun times, right? William, thanks for the $5. This is to help Tug Foreman while he's being false flagged and make sure gets to Mr. Foreman. Indeed. Like I said, these people, when they flag a show, they want to be able to, number one, hide things, but they also want to impact people in their wallet. That's what they were trying to do to me. And like I said, I've got kids and everything else. I could cover something, but you know what I know? Every time they do it, they're just going to motivate people to come in and to support the show. So they cause more support by trying to shut us down. So bravo there, and thank you all. I think that's amazing, Smoking Cats, what's up? Thanks for the 2. Sick 'em tugging, Megan. Enough of this BS. That's right, man. Well, like I said, I'm reporting it, and we'll see. In that effort, look, I'm not trying to take down channels either, but these people are. They absolutely are. And they try to for things that are protected under the law. They falsely report them. They falsely report people for harassment. When again, they're out here on this. Of course, they don't want people talking about the money being raised and suddenly someone getting popped for cocaine. Of course, they don't want you talking about that. Jim, thanks for the 10 jewels and the thumbs up. Thank you. Val, thank you for the sparkles. Hey, Ruth, thank you for the 440 jewels and the Uncle Alert, baby. That's right. Thank you. Forever Not Me. Thanks for the 5. One of my favorite creators. I don't think they know who they're messing with. Well, it's funny. Again, they talk about us like we're all monsters and capable of everything, but then they're like, nothing will happen to me. Yeah. Well, if it does, then you'll be making a whole lot of nothing. How will that work out for you? How will it? Because again, nobody's ever returned the favor. See, I don't personally like the notion of doing that, but I also don't like the notion of just sitting around and letting somebody fuck with you and your livelihood and stuff. And if they really do need to be exposed. They do. For real. A large scale. Kiwi Crypt Keeper, thanks for the 10 there. Oh boy, Tug and Megan, you're taking the gloves off. Lisa, you wanted to play with the big boys and girls. You about to find out what fuck around and find out me. So let's go. I'm here for it. Me too. I'm feeling it. Fallen Hero, thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. 2012, I did check out that stuff, by the way. I did appreciate you. Thanks for the $5 there, Tug. Tomorrow, Saturday, I'll email you something to send to your CMZ. Yeah, the MCN. Yeah. I took me a minute. I was like, what's oh, yeah, MCN. Yeah. This will give you more ammo to use and docket watch. Indeed. I'll check it. I'll keep an eye out for it. Bunsen Ruggenstone. Thank you for the 21 months. I love that gel side. What a crew in there. Indeed. Hey, Ruth, thanks for the 20. Thanks. I support you. Get really angry and make arrests happen. Well, that's the way they fuck around. Again, these are people, it just bothers me that they sit around and they brag. Again, Sumter County won't investigate. These are the law enforcement. Why? Because they have somebody that works there they know and they name drop all the time, or Robbie. That's disturbing. It's disturbing when they say that there were potential victims that contacted the probation officer to see what to do. And they all just had a good ha-ha about it. That really fucking makes me mad. It does. And I mean, like I said, the probation officer had to tell them about it. And you've got, again, this is a person that's in trouble for fraud. And people are saying, hey, you know, I've been defrauded. And so many places, again, are treating it like, well, this is just a civil matter. It ain't a civil matter after a mofo is on fucking probation for doing this kind of mess. That's not. Hey, rest in beef face. Thanks about. I love seeing a motivated show. Bring down that hammer. Looking forward to watching the rest of them fall. Indeed. Appreciate it. Andre, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tug and Megan. I don't believe they paid any amount for their handwriting expert. Jeremy paid $5,000 for his top expert. They're full of shit. Well, they have a site that for that site, it does say that his cost is around $3,000 to $5,000. You know, and I do wonder, again, this is just a question. Did they just tell Lynette Preston that there was a certain amount of money that was paid? Did you actually see a receipt, or did you get told that? Because, yeah, how much money came out and how much money went where? I don't know. Thank you for that floating heart, by the way. Appreciate that. William, thanks for that. So what's the current bet on who gets FOIA requests in first for the body cam footage or Poppy Seeds? Poopy Seed. I like that. She came out Poopy Seed getting arrested. My bet's on Shara. She's fast. Yeah, Shara's really quick. She's probably the fastest FOIA. And again, I'm going to keep bringing up that Michelle Preston letter. You notice they've avoided talking about that. I mean, she went for blood. And Levy County, of course, did fuck all because that's all they do. But Preston did go after her and try to put her in jail. And she used Gabe. So they're just going to be like, haha, that was just, we were disagreeing. Look, there's proof. It came up in FOIA, by the way. FOIA. I need to post. I'll post it tomorrow, too. It's already been posted, but I'm going to post it out as a call out thing. Mark, thank you for the 250 jewels there and the laughing disco. Thank you for that. Auntie, thanks for the 2. Gabe AFL 3 times and is ordered to rehab. Yeah, a lot of times, see, with drug use, they should have ordered rehab. Honestly, they should do rehab a lot more from go. We should be looking at I believe, like, separating these people from just rehab. I believe in a rehabilitation system. So I would like us to go straight to rehab, because you are talking about this dude's got a problem. The issue is that somebody's funding his lifestyle, and you know where that's coming. That is an issue there. But yeah, that dude needs some help for real. And that, again, they'll try to play the victim narrative, and they'll want these people to forget where that, you know, they talked about how, again, just some random friends that weren't friends, because you can't bring his friends. So they have to be people that aren't actually his friends, but other people came in and somehow he got drugs from them. Oh, Natalie, thanks for the 50 there. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Please never get mad at me. I'm usually a pretty calm person. I've not always been, but I am usually a pretty calm person. I mean, these people, again, all they try to do over and over is mess with people's lives and livelihoods. And it really is bad. But I appreciate you. Thank you. Ketchup. What's up, Ketchup? Thanks for the tip. About a minor she sold before having, and it took 5 months. Yeah, that's true. that's actually very true. Like, how do you know the people that are getting mailed stuff? Here's the other problem. If I don't mail out something to you, like if I wait on it, you realize postage, it can go up. So you may agree to something a while back, and then when it rolls around, postage may have increased. You may be asked to pay out more for nothing. And again, that one lady, when she posted about this, she posted in Ray's chat. She seemed very upset, and she's talking about a bunch of a crazy effery. And of course, she's basically told to shut up. You know, all these other people, they gang up on her. And this person was a major backer that she's had for a long time. And she said, you know, hey, I'm glad some folks got the rides, but me, nothing ever waited, patient, overpaid shipping, nothing. Why? December, $95. Yesterday, wanted 140. So came back to her with a higher shipping total and was like, hey, I want an extra $45 from you. And again, if you don't toe that line, you're the bad guy. They will turn on her. You know, they will. They'll all turn. And you know, the ugliest thing in that, one of the ways that works as control is because a lot of people think these are their friends and they don't want them turning on them. But boy, you know what? Your friends, if people will turn on you in a drop of the hat, again, we're not talking about like an about face or change of thought or anything. We're talking about just somebody asking for what they think is theirs. It's awful, isn't it? But hey, thank you. Yoda's Chicken Nuggies. Thank you for the gifted membership, and thank you for the constantly entertaining name. I like the avatars. I love it. I appreciate it. Hey, Mary. Ooh, 65 today, baby. Heck yeah. You know what that means? That means it is a
happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
That is awesome. You know what, too? Like I always say, if it does not work out today, you're like, man, Tug, birthday could have been better. Well, you know what? You get a do-over. Get a whole week of do-overs. You want them. Love to you. Hope you had a great one for real. Jada, thank you again for the rolled ice cream in the commissary. Quill Worker, thank you again, too, for the back pocket bill money. McDeb, thanks for the 5. Megan, you should check out what Crafted with Kimmy posted. Yeah, I picked that up as a transcript and everything else. I did. It's all about Flea, Gabe, and Swampy. I will play it. Oh, I will. She's going to be damage controlling that all night, too. So it makes it a topic that's beautiful. I mean, again, remember, though, the key to this is that all these people are liars and degenerates and frauds, which just like here's a legitimate question with this, too. If all these people that they run into are suddenly liars and flippers and horrible folks, you know, what does that say about them? It's just like Michelle Preston. She claims that, you know, all these people around her are addicts and everything. Isn't it funny, by the way, one of the people that she's been trying to pretend is now a good guy again really did turn out to be an addict, by the way. But yeah, when they damage control and they say all these bad things about folks and say they're liars and all that, what does that say about them? Because all they seem to do is attract people that over a timeline are liars and frauds and everything else, you know, according to them. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? But Sheila, thanks for the 10 there. could have been bail money. That's right. Thank you again for that. Green Flamingo, thank you again for those honey buns. I hope we don't see body cam again. Like you said, you coffee for that though. And Travis, thank you for also correcting canteen. And you said, hey, $5 to buy a lot at canteen, candy bars, a lot of ramen. Ain't been in jail in a long time, thankfully so. Yeah, I wonder, has that changed? Does that change up the stuff? But canteen, I'm glad that you mentioned that too. That's wild though, and proud of you, brother. You know, again, I pray that people are able to change. You know, the issue is that some of these folks, again, do they want to change? Really? Do you get the feeling like these folks are being clear with you too? It just doesn't feel like it, does it? Rhea Rye, thanks for the 2. Sending money for Frosty the Blow Man. Or not. That's right. Or not. 2012. Yeah, we need some body cam. I agree, brother. I agree. Teresa, thanks for the 20. I liked this too. Bail money for the bail money that never was. That's right. I love it. Jarrett, thanks for the 8 there. The flea bag tear jar. I do like that. We need to get a little jar. Little jar right there. Crystal, thanks for the 5. Gabe is gone. So now that JC can slide on up there. That's right. Chicka bow wow wow wow. Allegedly. Lisa Lee set on me. Lovely. Thanks for the 2. Commissary for Gabe. Some soap. Some K wine wet wipes. Wow. That's some commissary money. Dragon Lady Crafts, thanks for the makeup brush. Thank you there. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Errol Lee, thank you for the 5 there. 2 L's said there was an incident and she had to go get him that night. FOIA that night. Yeah, she did say about that. Can FOIA the address and see if there was any calls there. You only FOIA certain things, but you try it out and see if the name pops up on anything. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. I have someone getting the footage. Good deal, man. Good deal. If there's stuff out there, I want to say it. Hey, Mr. Coop, what's up, man? Thank you for the bump there. Hey, check out Mr. Coop, too. I like Mr. Coop. I like him as a person, and I like him as a live streamer. He and D spills it too. They're both together are great. Coop by himself is great too. You know, and check out the channel. He's been growing, holding a good audience. And yeah, keep it going there. Again, props to it. But soap on a rope and hair gel fun. That'll 100% stay in Tug's pocket. Indeed. Badger John, thanks for the 10 there. For the bill money that never was. Heck yeah, that's what you need. William, thanks for the 2 for the soap on a rope. That's right. Pam, thanks for the hiding there. I'm telling you, they're going to have a come to Jesus moment where when Gabe finally gets out and they can talk about it, he's going to have one of those John Cook moments. Remember when John Cook got out of jail and they were like, John Cook, he's a great man because he's not a drunk anymore and all this stuff. Remember the John Cook stuff, how it changed, how Lynette Preston wanted to change the narrative with him. So suddenly she starts talking about how, if it works out, she'll go back and forth. But she'll say, oh, he's been clean. He's a great man. And then, of course, she'll say that he's a piece of shit that hates women. But isn't that fun? We'll have one of those moments, though. You watch. We'll have a moment where, let's celebrate him and give us the dollar he dues. Travis, thanks for the 5. If you fell on parole for blow and they deny your bail, you stay there for however long. You had left on parole or probation, so he had 5 years left. He's fucked. Well, they put in a recommendation for him. So the recommended for him, by the way, was drug rehab. It's let me pull up the recommended. 1 second. I've got that clipped out. Give me a second. So this was let me make sure it's showing over my picture. Nope, picture's over it. Let me move the banner. Give me a second. All right. So this was a recommended that was actually attached to him. They said that the Department of Corrections is requesting a warrant for arrest and that a violation probation hearing proceed. If the offender is found guilty of the above violations, the Department of Corrections is recommending that a current period of supervision be revoked and the offender sentenced to a new period of drug offender probation with mandatory inpatient drug and alcohol testing at a DOC approved treatment provider. It should be noted for the benefit of the court that the offender is currently on an alternative sanctions program, which includes bi-monthly drug screens and outpatient drug treatment. The offender completed drug treatment less than a week after the positive drug screen. So again, he's like, oh, well, they went for damage control. That is the damage control they do, by the way. I can tell you from anyone I've ever known, you know what? That rarely works too. And you want me to tell you why that rarely works? Because a drug addict is forced to go in. If they want to change, then they'll change. If you have somebody that really wants to, it's hard to change, man. It is hard to change your ways and your life. I tell you, like I said, I had some substance abuse issues, but you know what fixed me up? Knowing that I had responsibility, my children. That really stopped my fucking around because I knew that there were little lives that depend on me, and I care about them. And I had to decide. You have to be selfless in those things. And many people cannot be selfless. And they're selfish and they're selfless. And that's what you have to have some reason that you're doing it. You have to do it for yourself too. You can have another reason outside of yourself. Like I said, the kids that motivate, but you got to want it. You got to do it. And I don't think I want it. I really don't. Reset, thanks for the 10 there. Maybe Gabe's on the wagon, but no one said the wagon actually has wheels. That's true too. That's funny. Big durification. That's great too. For grape jelly for tossed salad. Fun times. Hey, tomorrow, by the way, will be amazing because we're going to go through the Lynette Preston, her stream stuff. They took down the first round. Now, Michelle Preston did not take it down. Again, it is not her actual voice, as I said. It is through ZAI, but, it grabs the stream and creates everything. So, not actually you, Lynette, so you don't own it. It is actually my ownership. So, good luck with that. But, yeah, we'll hit that since when they went after the Gabe stuff, they hit that stream. And like I said, I'm making sure that what's really interesting. Gabe supposedly did that. I wonder. I'm going to check in on something. That could really make Gabe being on a probation and everything else. Fucking around with people and their businesses and stuff, and taking zeal in that. That's probably not the smartest thing to do when you're looking at the kind of problems he's dealing with. He could, again, fucking with people's money and their businesses. Not smart. Maybe there will be some restitution there too. I wonder about small claims. Huh. That's a thought. I had an interesting thought. I'm gonna check in on it. I'm gonna see what I think about that after I sleep. It sounds like fun. William, thanks for the 5. Yeah, it wasn't snow he was doing. It was the snowballs his sugar daddy gave him. That's what maybe he calls it, sugar daddy snowballs. Gross. Jesus. Thank you for the 5 there. Telling, did you notice that Gabe looks a lot like their neighbor across the street? He's like, yes, it's crazy. By the way, if you are wondering about the mugshot or any of that, it's all on Facebook. You can follow Tad Guy. You can find me over there if you're not following me. I post a lot of stuff over there. Go check it out. Harry, thank you for the tune there for the flea bag tear jar. Heck yeah. Jammery Harmony, thanks for the 5. Blowman Frosty, the Blowman. Snowman Bell from Eastern Pennsylvania. Love you. And Megan and her pets. I know. The other day, Megan and I were having a conversation. And, I seem to remember her specifically saying, Tug, I only have one wish in life at this point. And my one wish is for the most aggressive spider that a person could ever have. I want one that's really, really fast, Tug, too, and maybe buries itself in sand, or could hide in the carpet. I was like, I don't really know about one that can hide in the carpet. She was like, what about one of those wolf spiders that carries its babies on its back? Because, I like the baby. I swear that's the way I remember the conversation. I don't know. Anyway. Cruise ship moment. Thanks for the vibe. The video that you played when they got pulled over, didn't they say at the time that they just started the lawn business? Indeed. Indeed. They were talking about, well, it's funny. Again, they say that there is no two Lee's lawn there. Well, that's what the courts say that he is employed at. So again, if that is not employing, then either they have something wrong in their records or they lied. That might be something they'd like to clarify. They should be telling them to get it. Because, again, when they're like, these people are making it up. No, that's a you problem. Yo, this cheeky nuggets. Thanks for the two there. Which one of you will do the M carry whistle? I think that's another person. Mostly harmless. Thank you for the 5 there. Gabe can't get bail until he sees the judge in the county he was convicted in, which was in Sumter. I'll probably see the judge tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how that goes for him. It'd be nice if he enjoys his vacation. Lisa Lee, I smell like Pete. Thanks for the 5 there. The Snow Prince is in his palace. That's right. His palace is wonderful. It's probably relieved to be away from the stingray. Well, it is disturbing to me. Again, when people, she made this whole deal the other night about this chair because we laughed about it. It's very gross chair, by the way. It's a very gross chair. And she threw a fit about me laughing at that chair. But it's not my fault. I mean, you put something like that out there in front of me. What do you expect from me? I mean, you think I've got that kind of self-control where I'm not going to... I mean, look at this thing. Look. I know that's not a good picture there, but look at this thing. Look at this, by the way. You're talking about this thing. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at the divot in the chair. I mean, that's gross, man. And she started getting into this, I'm walking around. I got this towel and I got these black spots all over me. Well, what in the gross, dude? I mean, look at it. That's my favorite chair. Yeah, that chair looks like a Lord. If that chair were an animal, someone would put it down for sure. I mean, it's terrible. It's gross. Yuck. Yucky. Lisa Flea, sucks drug gravy gross. 5. Can't wait for Sunday's live. The spin is going to be crazy. We're going to get all the... you're going to be dizzy. Well, there's spin going on tonight, too. I can't wait to grab that and laugh at it, too. I mean, they're just spinning like crazy. Again, they're besieged on all sides. You got one person that is talking about how they went on a certain person's property. They had an accident there, and someone made them fill out a form before they could get treated, not to sue. So they got to fill out something. Then they won't get them an ambo. They slow it down. And there's complications in the hospital. And they lose their leg. That's one story that comes up that's been coming out here. Now you got an ex-mod talking about all types of stuff. You've got other people that are coming out talking about money and more. You got the Gabe shit that's going on. We're finding out that we actually had Preston write to and talk to Levy County. I mean, there's so much. It's unreal. What's up? Miss Fate 006. Is that right? Is that Miss Fate? Did I get that right? Oh my God. I think I did. That's awesome. For every basic name I butcher, I think I pulled that one out of the fire. That's amazing. I like it, by the way. Thank you for the 1,000 jewels and the loot box, baby. That's right. Thank you. Timmy's Pop. thank you for the 2 there, just for your trouble. Well, thank you there. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Thank you. What up, Philip? Thank you for the hiding there. Thank you. Jules, thank you for the silver star. Thank you for that too. Texas proud. Heck yeah. Thanks for the 5. Tuck said he was a no strike zone. That's right, man. These people and their stupid, their machinations, like they're always trying something nasty. Oh, gross. So yeah, by the way, Saturday we are looking at Coop and D coming on. So it looks like both of them will be able to pump on that day. That sounds like fun too, doesn't it? We did a great stream the other day. I was hoping Jay would feel better as well, because that stream was going perfect, and then my power went out. I feel like I owed them another stream, but also I was having a good time. That was a crazy stream. That was really fun. If we'd have gone on, we had another 2 hours. I didn't get to go through all the Rosie stuff and her allegations, which is crazy. Allie, thank you for the 2. And the pins have a face on them. Could be face. Oh God! Could you imagine this staring at you? Oh Lord! 2012. Thanks to Felisa, rent money, Megan made corn music. That's right. That music is awesome too. I actually like that. I think it's even funnier after people that let's get ready for rumble music after the way people went with it. Lisa Lee might smell like Pete. Thanks for the 5. FYI, selling across straight lines. FTC requires if you bill CC right away, a credit card right away, you have 30 days to ship or send a letter offering a refund. So do you think, so telling them 9 months after the fact, screw you, that's not? Yeah, apparently she again said she makes you fill up a box of stuff. So does that mean, like, I'm confused by that too. Does that mean that if I don't buy enough, I don't get my stuff? I have to keep buying shit? Like, that's what I don't understand too. I mean, she said, well, this was her own word here. She said that if you have a bunch of stuff here, you have a box, and if you want to build it up, that's what if you just want your stuff? Because these people are complaining they haven't gotten their stuff. So you're building it up. When your box is full, you're ready for ship. So what if I just want my stuff? Do I ever get it? Or do I have to keep buying things that might not ever come to? I'm confused. Eat Poindexter and things. There's a whole lot of mixed energy from those rocks, right? Probably cross signals there. Indeed. I thought they were magic rocks too. Yep. Why can't the magic? Here's what I don't understand. Why do people that sell magic shit, why is their life always fucked up? Like, for real. If your magic rocks work, would your spouse be going to getting in trouble for blow? Would you have people talking about all the crazy shit that you're pulling and more? No, I would think your magic rocks would be doing something about it. But I think magic rocks, stuff like that, are the snake oil of the current century thing. You know, there are many other snake oil salesmen, but I think people that try to sell you things like that, again, people that have some of the most fucked up, nasty, like, and really, I mean, look at these people. You think if they had magic on their side, that they would be who and what they are? They would, I mean, Lord, like whatever magic made that shit. I mean, oh, I just hate that. It's such a con job. And I'm not putting you down if you believe in the crystals and energy and whatever. That's not what I mean. I mean that the people, maybe you look at the people that are selling you a Timu rock and say that they somehow have some, magic to it or energy to it. Their energy is all jacked up. Timmy's Pom-Pom, thank you for the 6-7. That's right. Thank you. 2012, thanks for the 2. Police says bankruptcy lawyer fund. We're going to have that grip too. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for Obama things. His mouth's purty. That's right. He's like, you sure do got a purty mouth. Indeed. Lovely, lovely. Says it. Thanks for the 2. Are we sure it's white powder? Not codeine. Well, he tested for cocaine. So if it was codeine, it'd be one thing. But I mean, he's hit the slopes for positives for cocaine. That's what's listed in the failed drug test, and he's had it before. So no, I mean, that would be easier to obtain and cheaper too. But no, just a minute, Patrick. Sorry about that. Thank you for the 5 there. I gave you in front of the judge. Your Honor, it was only me that paid $56K for the drugs, prosecutor. So you admit it was you that paid for the drugs? Yeah, it was only me that did it. Oh wait, so only you did it? Okay, gotcha. That is funny. Kathy, thanks for the flower. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. That would be really funny. Hale, thank you for the 200 joules and the gem on. Thank you, then. Appreciate you. 2012, thanks for the 2. They are drinking Sprite in honor of Gabe at Poppin' Positive. That's right. Fawn, thank you for the floating heart. I think these people are the perfect advertisement for staying sober, to be honest. Why would you want to be any of these people? I mean, honestly, stay sober. You can end up like them too. You're like, oh yes, please. Shape metrics, thanks for the 5. Tug, it should be known that cocaine is only in your body for 4 days. Yeah, they so what they were saying, their excuse is this. They were saying that on the Saturday before testing, which was on Monday, he supposedly went out. He was partying. He went out for like a birthday party. We still need to do a birthday grift for him. By the way, we need to get more money than he could for a birthday stream. I need to do that this weekend too. Let me write that down. I need to have a birthday not going to bars with people for the snowman stuff. Let's see. Birthday for Gabe. Grift stream. Yes, we need to do one of those. I need to have another one since it's come up. But yeah, he said so on the 27th, they did this. They went out and they drank. He got blitzed. This is according to 2L. He gets blitzed, can't remember anything else. And apparently other people somehow did something, and that somehow he had cocaine that way. He's like, well, what does that mean? How are other people responsible if he himself if you take it, that's your bad, right? And especially you got a drug test in 2 days. So I don't believe that. I think that's indicative of a major problem. If you know you have a drug test in 2 days, why in the hell are you using cocaine? That sounds like an addict telling themselves that they can get away with it. Addicts, I've been there, man. I've been there. Like I said, not with that kind of, I had a problem with Percocet because I had pain in my side. Pain. It was terrible. And I had it until my appendix ruptured, and it took a long time. But when my appendix ruptured, they looked at it and they said that there was a growth inside of it, like a tumor, I guess. And they said it had been there for a long time. And probably you have to do a specialized test to find something like that. And they never did. Instead, back in the day, they just popped medication on you. So anyway, I found myself, taking, because I'm not just saying either, after a while, you don't just take that stuff because you're miserable. You take it because you like the feeling of it too. I hate it when people don't take that accountability. Yeah, you may take it to mask something, pain. You hate, things like that, but you also like the feeling for it. So that's the reality. But I found myself doing a lot of things I didn't think I would do. I'm not talking about turning tricks or anything. Never been there. But no, I mean, inappropriate places using. So, yeah. And then they won't just admit it. I mean, shit. If you're using cocaine 2 days before you have a drug test, that means you got a real problem. And if they admit that, he's got a real problem there, then the problem they run into is, again, all of the fundraising and other stuff. He's had He's absolutely had access to that. They cannot tell you that this man has not had access to that money. What's up, Mr. Coop? Thanks for the 2. Yep, he tripped and accidentally inhaled. I know that happens all the time, man. Walking by somewhere just out of the blue, and I trip and like, oh, it's terrible. Janice, thanks for the 10 there. Dooley's Landscaping has an address of a Staples store in Daytona. Haven't we seen stuff like that before? Haven't we? That's weird, huh? Pandora thinks signs that Tug is fired up, swearing in Southern fuck y'all. That's right. Saying I swear to God, or motherfuckers instead of mofo. Yeah, much love there. That's true. Yeah, that is true. I like that word though, motherfuck. I try. I'm not, I try to keep certain words out of my mouth when I'm live streaming, but yeah, they do come up when I'm angry like that. The only way to keep them really drowned out is if my mom were here, that word wouldn't exist. And if the kids are right here, those words, they don't exist. It'd have to be something bad with that. I've only been fired up. I've only said some certain profanity, like with my mom around, for example. It's just a habit, there have been some really bad things. Like I remember being younger and having a set of nails, we were building a dog run in and out, and I was walking some boards, like checking them out, like seeing how long they were or something. I can't remember exactly what I was supposed to be doing, but a board cracked, and when it fell down, they had old boards that were down there, and my foot fell down, and when it fell, I could not pull my shoe up. I was like, what in the world? So I panicked because I couldn't lift my foot. That's a crazy feeling. So I grabbed the shoestring and I pulled my foot out of my shoe. When I did, I could see nails, first of all, sticking through my shoe. You just see them sticking up there. And I could see the blood spots on my foot. I was like, oh shit. So by the time I get to my house, I got to walk up there. By the time I get up to the house, it's just bleeding like a mofo. And as a teen, I was cussing up a storm, of course, because it hurt. It didn't feel good. And my mom came in there, and I remember, just going from fuck off, fucking, whatever, to fudge, freaking heck. It's pretty funny. Travis thinks so too. I've been so drunk. I saw it blow to make it home. Yeah, sure, man. Again, through this, I'm never encouraging people to do stuff I've done. But yeah, I've done some crazy stuff in my life too. I've never been a drinker though. Thankfully, I've never had a drinking problem. I never liked alcohol because of the hangovers that you get with it. But I've had other items. I've done all kinds of stuff, I'm not, again, this isn't a judge a person for that. Most of it, that would be very hypocritical, for sure. So, I've done some crazy stuff. I could tell you some stories, Lord. We had, when I was in community college, I did community college before I went to 4-year school because it was, it was cheap and ended up paying for itself after a while. But I had a computer class that I was doing, and I had been hanging out with somebody, and the day before, and we had just partied. Let's just say we had partied actually for a day and a half. And that computer class rolled around, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't slept or anything. This is very bad. And I remember getting somebody to drive me up to the school because I could not think straight. And these are terrible decisions in your life. And luckily, I knew this stuff so well that it didn't matter. I'd been helping other people with it, so I just knew how to do it, and that was okay. But I look back at that and I think, man, that was really stupid. So I don't think that judging a person for having a problem, isn't that? But yeah, when people are stealing money from others and saying it should go to a child, that's a real problem, because that money didn't go. And again, they're saying all these other things, and they have restitution. Again, I would love for somebody to explain to me how the restitution thing is worked. Like, I'm really confused. He owes other people restitution. So you have money recently. I mean, you can see it right here. Like the last payment that he did for restitution, he paid over $500 right on the 4th of July. Huh. That's weird, isn't it? They're also paying all these other obligations. They're paying all of it off. So just right here, they have almost $850, we'll say. Okay. $850 right there, right in that little area. Where does that come from? It came from other people when they were talking about needing a car and suing other folks. And you'd be a damn fool if you continue giving these people money. Janice, thanks for the chat. When Tug starts dropping F-bombs like Cheerios, you know his biz. Indeed. Thank you, too. I appreciate it. Sassy, thanks for 5. Why doesn't Jeremy sue them in Ohio, since he's a resident there, since all the violations are internet? It's a federal crime, not state-based. Well, different states. The reason he sued the way he has is when you're dealing with different states, multiple states there, and you're not just in this one state, the easiest way to do that is to go federal. So that's why it's the specific types of crimes he went for, plus, and you see the damn delay on stuff. It's just unreal. It is absolutely unreal. So as far as lawsuits, he's still waiting on the early lawsuits, So no other lawsuits have come up because, again, you see the delay tactics involved in this. It's nuts, isn't it? 2012. Thanks for the 2. What color loofah does Gabe get in jail? Oh, let's see. Loofah colors. Let me look. Loofah colors, the villages. Let me see. Loofah colors, the villages. Here we are. Let me see. Nope, that's not all of them. Do you think bisexual would be it? That's teal, apparently. There's more of them, too. Actually, there was a big list that I saw that I was like, oh, God. It was very not PG. It was very, very not PG. They had, God, their loofah-mobile coding too. Let's see. Loofah mobile colors meaning. Let me see if I can find their specific one, because what a crazy thing. Again, if you want to do some crazy stuff in your own life, I don't care. But these people are funny because they're like, I'm going to sue Tug because he said that my loofah mobile is a degeneracy mobile. I don't know. I have to think about that. The best one for it is teal, I suppose. But I'm not really sure. Now, Becky, thanks for the 10. Tug, I love when you get worked up. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I do sometimes get worked up. Every now and then. Phil, thanks for the 10. For canteen meat sticks. Shower meat sticks. What about those? LOL. Give me a second here. 1 minute. What in the world? I'm checking something out real fast. Just give me a minute, okay? I saw something strange. It's like, what the heck? Feather Kitchen. Thank you for the 2. Non-bail. Indeed. Indeed. Suzanne, thanks for the 10. My understanding of ThATuMBRELLA serves as a service for fundraising is you have to have a legit EIN number. It needs to be set up legit. Well, one of the ways around fundraiser rules is the claim that it's just individuals doing something. That's why they claim the way they do. They're trying to dodge legal liability. The thing was that, not on you, they did it with YouTube, but outside. After they raised over 50 grand in one fiscal year, they're supposed to register, because a lot of the safeguards, like in Florida, they go out the window. But Florida doesn't give a shit about elderly people. They don't give a shit about people getting defrauded. They actually don't care. They make it quite clear. They think, the only crimes that really matter to police, they're usually high profile crimes, where they can put a name, beside it. Aha, look what I did. But like this crime, they've proven. And again, on top of that, you have them claiming stuff about Sumter County and more. So, yeah. I mean, with Sumter, I do get the feeling that their inside baseball has allowed them to do some crazy, stupid shit. And it has made them feel invulnerable. These cops, honestly, I hope that over time, Sumter County ends up being confronted with their own words and asked about that. Hey, what does it mean when this person is saying that you will not look into this kind of stuff? Why do they think that they're invulnerable when it comes to dealing with you? It's strange, isn't it? Barbara, thank you for the 200 joules and the sunshine. Thank you there. Appreciate you. 2012, thanks for the 2. Gave him my line. It's not great. That's true. That's true. If you think it out, nope. He may. I saw where the neighbor said that he had a sugar daddy, and that's where he got his truck. So I don't know. Rewrite. Thanks for the 2. Gabe will get more blown jail. I don't know. Yikes. Yeah, it's definitely something there. And Blue Eyes. What's up, Blue Eyes? This is good to see you. Thank you for the gifted memberships there. 5 of them. Awesome. Appreciate that. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to randomly this week. Probably tomorrow, I'm going to pick out somebody, and I'm going to send them one of those little sexy toast plates. I was trying to think of what I want to call them. I just call them sexy toast plates. I think I'm going to send one out. I'm going to just pick a random person and send them. And I'm not going to make you wait until we add more weight to a box or something. I'm just going to do it. And I'm also not going to say, oh, you a flipper, therefore you don't get your stuff. No. I'm not going to find a reason not to give it to you. I'm just going to send one to somebody just because. I think I'm going to take people in the live stream, I'm going to randomly pick out. So we'll see. Be there. That's the one way to do it. But I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I think I'm going to take one of those wonderful toasties. I've been messing with them. I have 5 of them. I think I'm going to give one away. I don't think I'm going to make any more after that. I wish I could find some more of those little toast plates, but I couldn't find any more. But hey, Blue Eyes, thank you. Appreciate you. Special guy, thank you for that 20 there. Appreciate that for the great job, Tuck and Meg. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you all, too. A lot of you show us everything that goes on as well, and that's the way we can keep up with it. Becky, thanks for the 14 months. The whole saga needs to be a video game. Indeed. It needs to be one of those point and click video games. You ever played one of those, like choose your own adventure type video games? They had the Walking Dead, the Telltale games, where you like pick out which way you want to go. You ever play one? You ever get one of those old books that's like a choose your own adventure book? Yeah. Do you go to bar and use blow? Do you open up a peen factory in your garage? Oh Lord, that'd be something else. Lisa Lee, my smelling pea. Thanks for the 5. Funding for trip for Tug to visit Gabe. Finger point. Oh my God, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? 2012. Thanks for the 2. Wonder if LMNOP would marry Gabe to a new husband. Oh yeah, that would work. That would work. She said though she hadn't practiced in 20 years, right? Just Jay, what's up, man? Thanks for the vibe. Vomit wanted a co-host spot back due to lack of hygiene. That's what I was thinking. I thought he out homeless guy'd the other dude. I mean, Vomit looked really rough. Really rough. It was something else. I was like, my Lord, man, what is going on? He just looks, he looks bad. He looks very bad. I can almost smell him through the screen. He looks very unhappy in life too. Doesn't he just seem, when you catch him on stuff, he seems to really hate himself. I kind of feel bad for him, and then I don't, but I do for a minute sometimes. What was me? Thank you for the. Is that a G's? That's awesome. I got to look that one up. I don't remember that one, so I'll have to look it up. But thank you, and thank you for something different, so I can say that. 2012. Thanks for the day. What season is this, please? According to Jay, this is season 8. So we are still in season 8. 2012. Thanks for the 2. Lisa did say no lawyer for Gabe. Yeah, she did say that Gabe doesn't get a lawyer. That's right. Gabe does not get a lawyer. Okay. She is going to sue Megan Fox. She's going to use money for herself, but Gabe doesn't get a lawyer. That's pretty jacked up, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the things that, having to use a public defender is not a fun thing to do either. One of the things that I'll tell you, like anybody that I care about, okay, well, my significant other was off the rails. I'll tell you, something I did not do is force, hey, take a public defender. You defend people. You try to get them the best deal. If you can, you don't. God, I think that's the most telling thing there. Yeah, Megan Fox is worth going after because they have dreams of perhaps getting a payday off of her. But as far as Gabe, no freaking lawyer for him. She did say no lawyer for him. That's wild. Travis, thanks to technically showing you're available in jail is sagging. Oh, yeah, I've heard of it. That's where the pants thing came from, right? Where people were sagging their pants. 2012, thanks for the 2. Is there a glass jar for Dulce sweetener? Is there a glass jar? Do you mean that they have? Do they give a glass jar? Is that what you mean? I'm write me in. I'm not sure what the question is. Write me. So and tagging Megan just that way. She actually knows more about the Dulce sweetener than I think I know. Again, I know about effects with the keto brains itself and how it's done for me. I think you all can see that. I would hope that, again, most of you saw me a year ago. You saw around the January time where I was having some real problems. I still feel like I'm getting over some of it. It does put a mental strain. I feel like I still lose words, but man, I really think it kicked up a notch when I started using that. So I'm very happy with it. Just Jay, thanks for 5. Vomit out homeless, gay bear knuckler. I know, that's amazing. It was actually. It really was. I was very impressed. Inspire, thanks to the 5. Tug, there's an ebook series called Dungeon Crawler Carl. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got it. Dungeon Crawler Carl is best as an audiobook. If you have not checked out the audiobook series, the book series is good. I went through and I was reading the first book, but where I drive and everything, I put it off for a long time. I like that. I actually have been listening to, so I finished it. The last book, if you talk to really hardcore Dungeon Crawler Carl fans, they don't like to hear you ever say that you didn't like something as much. But the last book, I was like, it was okay, but it wasn't like the other. I missed the other books. The other books they were amazing. And it still was a good book. It's just the level of it. I've been also listening to, there's a series called The Nightmare Realm Summoner. It's that same kind of book because I already finished Dungeon Crawler Carl. And that one's been pretty good too. I've liked it. It's not, Dungeon Crawler Carl is next level though. As an audiobook, it is amazing. You really, I cannot give a high enough thing. And thank you for the recommend. Like, if you think I like something, like, hit me up and tell me about it. I have checked it out though. But yeah, if you see something you think I would like, let me know. I'm always looking for books and stuff too. I go through a lot of books. I think my audiobook wise, I think I'm up to like 600 audiobooks. And I think I've gone through over 500 of them so far. So it's a lot of audiobooks. Travis, thanks for the 2. He won't be doing blow, but he might be blowing just right. That's right. That is true. Mama Bear, thanks for the 20. Marla Huge said he was going to hide Jay and I. Please. JC said they have blocked 200,000 Jeremy Hales fans. I asked why, John, so no one can actually prove it. Then I asked John how many grandson's girlfriends was, oh man, breadstick money. Well, that's actually pretty funny. You know, John Cook is gross. He is a gross person. He does not like it when you stick up for yourself. That is one thing you will find. I'll like to show you some of the commentary from the stream that Lynette had. Again, I'll show you where the comments in the chat, what they actually looked like, because I recorded, when I saw her live, I recorded that chat for sure. It was something else. I didn't get the first one though. Becky, thanks for the 10 there. Gabe's booking photo is scary. He looks rough. He looks not like a nice person, right? He looks very dishonest. Like, these people, they don't look like decent people. They look like bad people. To me, they look like bad, rough people. And, you know, you have John, who brags about all the time that he was a rough person. He grew up in a terrible place. And, oh, my God, like Megan Fox, oh, she's not shitty and rough enough. You know, she's not badass like him. But, I mean, you get this feeling from them. They don't. Which is funny considering you're talking about somebody who smokes dope all day. But I mean, maybe he's doing other stuff too. I don't know. But they definitely do not strike me as nice people. You know, you just get that feeling from a person when you look at them and you're like, no. But maybe after Lisa leaves, he can use it for a Tinder photo. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Dan, thanks for 5. How's Lisa going to pay her rent now? Can you say another eviction? I actually think that she'll get money out of her marks. I mean, these people, they keep throwing money at her because they're morons. I don't know. I don't understand it. You know, I don't. But they just keep throwing money at them. It doesn't matter. Again, they're out here. Yeah, how many cocaine busts you need before you're like, hey, maybe these people aren't using the money the way you thought? I don't know. I don't get it. Crazy people, man. It's all crazy, baby. I love it, though. What the hell's asked? Does that mean the boxing match is canceled? Oh, shit. That's funny, dude. Yeah, I think it's been put off for a minute at least. Oh, that is funny, dude. I like it. Is it canceled indeed? AJ's World. Thanks for the 350 joules. Finger heart. That's right. Thank you. I appreciate that. 2012. You know it's gonna be off the hook Sunday. Oh man. You know what they're really gonna hate? They hate it when Jeremy has something to talk about. And holy shit, he has something to talk about this week. Oh, I mean, there's so much goodness. Oh, Jeremy's stream is gonna be off the hook. I can't believe the gifts these people are giving. Oh, good times, some fun times. 2012. Thanks for the 2 there. Tug sending the spy Megan Fox for Felice's stream for fun. Yeah, she actually had to run off and do stuff, but otherwise that would have been funny. Hey, thank you for Tree God. It's hiding some more. That's funny, actually. A bunch of hidings would be really funny. Hey, are you hiding? Greg, thank you for the silver star. Thank you, Greg. Creative Expressions by Dion. Thank you for the party hat there. Thank you there. I appreciate it. That's a good, I like the I always like that X for expressions when people use it like that. I like that. Dan, thanks for the team. Kimmy modded for Robbie too. Interesting. It's funny when one of these folks comes out and they start talking. Again, they acted like, you know, tell-alls on Jeremy Hales. That's suddenly okay, but you know, and again, these people just make up crazy shit. But when something comes up that's crazy about them, I don't believe everything that comes up about a person just because I don't like them. But I believe some of the stuff I hear. It's strange when I've heard. How do I say this? You would not believe some of the stories I've heard from some certain people in the know. You would not believe. What's really funny is 2L hasn't figured out that as much stuff as we talk about where we know things beforehand, you know what she hasn't figured out? I don't mind saying this, that they still have a mole. As much as they're like, oh my God, everybody's trustworthy now. No, they still have a mole. Have you ever noticed how we know things that we probably aren't supposed to, and we know them before they happen, or we just magically guess certain things, Lisa? How do you think we do that? Oh, they never think about that, do they? 2012. Thanks. 5 there. Check email for a scoop on Coop. Also, you like the song that's sent by me email? Yeah, for sure. I'll have to show the little one the songs herself, though. Like we are finally getting calmed down. So I think with Saturday, we'll actually we'll be able to catch things up, especially. You know, I keep thinking it's already the weekend, by the way. Like you'll notice when I'm talking, I feel like it's the way, because there's so much going on right now. It amazes me. I can't believe it's Thursday. There's still another day in the week. It's crazy. I mean, does it feel like Thursday to you all? Because I keep thinking it's like Saturday. I mean, so much has happened. It doesn't feel real. It's so crazy. Lily, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership and welcome to Tugs Thugs. Thank you. Busy Horse, thank you for the 28 months. When kids were little, they had exotic rats. Can't use pine shavings. Kind of causes lung problems. They're expensive, higher than hamsters. That's interesting. You know, my oldest has talked about wanting a rat for real. Now, for me, I like odd pets. I like snakes. I have 3 snakes. So right now, I've got the rat snake. I've got a banded king, and I've got that albino corn snake. That albino corn snake is tiny. I've got it in a tiny freaking aquarium. I mean, like a 10-gallon, but it's a tiny snake. It's cool looking. The only thing I worry about with it is like it eating. I'll have to explore what it will eat because it's so small. You know, I don't know if I'll have to go with insects because it's so small. I'll see if it can indulge a really tiny pinky mouse, like a frozen one, you know. I had somebody ask about that too. With a frozen mouse, you heat them up with water. So you put them in like a cup and heat them up. And that way, when you do that, they show for the snake is, you know, something like something warm there. I had somebody asking about how that worked. Puzzler, thanks for the 10. I believe Gabe, because it happened to me too. One day I was just walking along and I tripped on a branch on the sidewalk. I accidentally fell. My face accidentally plunged into a pile of coke. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I hear that's what happened to Tony Montana. If you watch Scarface, he was just sitting at a desk, right? And he just fell forward and bam, all of a sudden cocaine. It was crazy. Deborah, thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you there. Appreciate it. 2012. Thanks for the 2 there. People should also say y'all, LOL. Indeed, right. Indeed. Thank you. Astrid, thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. 2012. Thanks for the 2. Paramora. Tuck likes per se attorney. I do like the per se attorney, actually. Yeah, he likes a paramour. He does. He's a lot of people's paramours. Give me a second here. Oh, that's cool too. Yeah, I'm looking at the person who won off of. Gosh, that's some cool stuff. I'm looking at the person who won's pictures from Keto Brains, and that is a great freaking package there. That's awesome. I like Keto Brains, like I say. Thank you for sending that. We'll have to check it out. I love it. Hey, and your beeswax, thanks for the 100 jewels and the Sunday. Thank you there. Appreciate that. Mitt, thanks for the 2 there. Didn't know you got a divorce. Sorry to hear about it. Yeah, indeed. It was a lot of craziness. There was there's a lot of glugging and just crazy stuff, you know. There were some police records people pulled, and it was bad. And not on me, but yeah. But I mean, now like she's getting her life together, which is good. The kids live with me. Oh yeah, I mean it's there. You know, sometimes people's lives spiral out of control, and when they do, man, you know, only they can put it back together. And you know, I'm happy for people, like I said, when they finally make that decision. The thing again that bothers me with all of this, I hate it because these people have found ways to enrich themselves. At the end of the day, I truly like Michelle Preston said, one thing I do agree with her on is there's probably nothing left. There's probably nothing left. When she was contacting the police and stuff, she said that. And why would, I mean, you know, people that are living high on the hog, as it were, they go through things fast. So, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Puzzler, thanks for the 5 there. I also liked flummoxed, yeah, bamboozled, befuzzled, yeah, hullabaloo. I like hullabaloo. Skullduggery, kerfuffle. I use kerfuffle. Nincompoop and lollygag. I like lollygag. I'll use it. I'll use kerfuffle. You know, I do use it sometimes. And sometimes I'll use befuddle, but I do like kerfuffle. I do use it quite a bit. I do like that word. It's always good. Huggy B, thank you for the silver star. Hey, thank you, Huggy B. 2-Bit, what's up, 2-Bit? I hope you're doing great, by the way. Thanks for the 42. 2-Bit, by the way, just to give a shout out. 2-Bit makes some of the most amazing 3D printed stuff I've ever seen. 2-Bit, oh man, I have to congratulate 2-Bit. That is, your creations are amazing. So I appreciate you. Claim is still that there wasn't a warrant. You can't be arrested without a warrant unless the crime is committed in front of an officer. Yes, they were claiming that, you know, when we looked at the paper there, that there's no warrant. There was, yeah, they're acting like, again, they're telling people that nothing happened, no big deal. Gabe went out, not an issue. It's just the real issue is, again, how did Gabe get on probation? Well, they tell you, oh, that was just a civil issue. Remember, you don't get put on probation for civil issues. So they pretended that Gabe got in trouble over a civil dispute. Now, again, how do you get on probation for a civil dispute? Well, don't ask that question. But, yeah, see, that's the other thing. That's why Sumter County is so fucked up, because they pretend that people with records like this, that somehow it's just civil. How much money does someone have to ghost before it becomes an issue for a place like Sumter? I guess it depends on who your friends are, right? Barb, thank you for the flower there. Thank you. Appreciate it. What's up, Tightline? How you doing, man? Thanks for that. This is for Round Roman, and it's for Round Roman for Gabe. And it's Square Roman, only if Round Roman is unavailable. You mean ramen? Is that what you mean? Ramen? Yeah, I see you. Ramen. I thought Roman. Wait a minute. Okay, I got you. Round. Yeah. What's funny is in the house, we've gotten to the point. There's another thing. She was calling it what was she calling spicy? She was calling it something like bright ramen. It was something strange. So she had round and square ramen. So round ramen, by the way, for in this house, that means instant, like a cup, right? She loves cup of ramen. So I'll go to cook and like ramen. So round ramen's that. Square ramen is the kind that you crush up, in the little bags because it's in a square, so they call it square ramen. But she was calling like spicy ramen. I think she called it bright ramen or something because it would light you up. I thought that was really funny. Bright ramen. Thank you. For a minute there, it threw me. I know how the autocorrect is too. It probably corrected you from ramen. You probably had it right, and it said Roman. Oh, I write some crazy emails that way sometimes. 2012. Thanks for the 2. Just prompts to all that have changed your life. Indeed, I agree with that, man. And the rain. Thanks for the 2. Happy August. Take good care of yourself. Indeed, that is great. I hope everybody is having a great one too. It's been great here in 2012. Thanks for the 2. I wonder if court hearing would be online in Florida. Oh, that's a good question. That's actually really good. Somebody should check that out for sure. Yeah. Mama Bear, thanks for the 2. Jay's laryngitis equals vomit slander. Win-win. Indeed. It is equal there for a win-win. 2012. Thanks for the 5. Tell the birthday song I sent is perfect for Gaby. It was a crazy birthday. I hope he is because it get out of line. Yeah, well, that's what I've been saying for him. There is always room for a relapse. Always. You can always relapse. But again, you probably do have another relapse in you. But you don't have those recoveries. There's not always room. Your life, like your body will give out on you. You never know. Like with Coke these days, they spike it with all kinds of mess. And that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. All this denial. And again, people who are giving them money are enabling them. Oh, Gamer Jackie, thanks. Graphic novels, Johnny Homicide, man. Yeah, I love that. I've got that. Hey, write me, by the way. I'll tell you something about stuff, but I don't want to say it here. But yeah, Johnny Homicidal Maniac is awesome. I like it. Johan Vasquez does some great work. Yeah, the guy who did Invader Zim. Yeah. Hope you're feeling better, Tug. Yeah, he's done. He has done a lot of fun stuff. There's also him and what's his face, Roman Dirge. I like Roman Dirge too. Like Lenore, the little dead girl. That's cute. We've got the little Lenore figures and stuff from back when. But yeah, I've got Johnny the Homicidal Maniac from back in the day. I've got that in my set. It was strange until he blew up. That was such a niche product, and it never really caught on, and I'm kind of glad because I love it. I think it's cool. It's really good. It survived the test of time too. 2012. Thanks for the 5 there. The more I see these crazy people, the more I respect I have for your ex. It's hard to beat addiction, but these garbage can't try. Indeed. Well, you gotta want it, man. Like the problem is that you can't just be forced into getting clean. You may get clean. I mean, that can happen. But, again, where these people lie about it and all this other stuff, they don't have the motivation to get clean because they don't have to. I mean, people keep giving, again, you got idiots out there like Ray. Ray will just keep coughing up the funds and making excuses. He coughed up hundreds of, where do you think that money went? You think it just, I mean, it's gone to whatever kind of weird shit. But I mean, that guy, you got cigarettes, beer. I want you to think about costs here. All right. These people are like, oh, woe is me stuff. Look, cocaine, weed, alcohol, cigarettes. That by itself, how much money is going out just for those? I mean, that's some expensive habits. They do it all the. I mean, you're talking about a person that is off the chain all the time. Busyers, thanks for the 20 there. Forest of Doom, one of my kids' favorites. That adventure book, so dog-eared by the time they were teenagers. We were playing it, each kid picking the next choice, never the same. See, I love that. I love it. Use your own adventure books. I used to, when I was a kid, I picked up quite a few. Back in the day, like in the 80s, man, they were great. I love it. I do. I love those. I miss the day. One of the things I miss with the internet, I love how we can all get together. We can do this stuff. We all, you can actually make a job out of it. It's crazy, right? Never would have thought of something like that. But one thing I do miss is book, just having to have it, because there was nothing really else that people could turn to when you wanted escapism, because books are amazing. And finding things like, again, choose your own adventure books. They were so fun. They were. I love it. Jack's mom, thanks for the 10. I had to leave for a bit. Sorry for duplicate. He was out on parole. Will he go to prison to serve time for grand theft now? He's going to, or a little bit. He was going to go to, they asked for anyway, for him to essentially add more time so he's monitored longer. Potentially, I mean, he just right after they said he finished a drug program, which is garbage, by the way. He couldn't have been in very long. They needed to force him to go and at least complete a 30-day program. I think so, anyway. That would really help him. He needs to be locked away from anyone for 30 days. And that way there's no drama or bullshit in his life. No more of that, that would help him. And also is Felisa on there. She's, I believe, said no. But in that arrest video, when they were talking about it, he said that she was disabled. So, again, having a disability doesn't mean that. But when people are saying that someone, on disability, the way I took his statement, it sounded like that. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say on that. They give conflicting statements on, everything. So who knows? Rira, thanks for the 2. Mark is listening to Harmonize. Let me look that up. I don't know. I don't remember that book. Let me check it out. Gorman Geist. I see the series there. I don't think I've ever listened. I'll mark one of them real quick. Is it good? Does he like it? Man, it's got some, if I ran across it, it's got a 3.5 stars. So I don't know. Again, that doesn't really mean anything. But if I saw it, let me see why people have low started. Oh, it's because because they don't like the performer for the audiobook. Is it good enough to listen to, though, like that? They just had a site-wide sale, by the way. I'm getting to the point now, though. There are so many books. I'll tell you what, a great book to listen to or read. If you want a crazy book, Fantastic Land. If you've never read it or listened to it, it's about I'm going to call a Disney World alternative, right? There's some guy decides he's going to build in Florida another theme park, and it goes over spectacularly, right? So while it's operational, they have 1 year, they have hurricane warnings come in, and in that the person that runs this specific play. They decide what they're going to do is keep a crew in place in case something happens. That way, people don't come in, they don't loot, whatever. It'll keep the place safe, right? And they figure there ain't no fuss. Should be talking about a day or two, right? Plenty of everything. Well, they end up getting cut off after a hurricane hits. And when they do, the place breaks down into kind of this tribalism where people start, they faction out and they start turning on each other. And it goes very, very crazy and very badly. Now, it's told from personal interviews, so you get pieces of it. And I like Fantastic Land, especially as an audiobook. If you've never listened to it, that is a crazy book. It's not. It's got some weird, crazy parts in it, and there's certain things I would have there are parts of it too that they'll stick with you because you're like, I wonder. But I always like that. I'll check that out too. Thank you. B. Whitaker, thank you for the chili. Thank you there. And thank you for the 5 there. Stay fired up. You're the best. Well, thank you. Thank you there. Yeah. One of the things too, you'll see people that fake emotion. Like, they stay amped up all the time. I'm not amped up all the time, but I do get fired up sometimes with some of these folks for sure. Now, Toyochi, is that right? Thank you for the 440 jewels and the Uncle Alert. Appreciate that. Thank you. Actually, you had 2 of those come through. If you didn't mean for 2 to come through, you can negate one of them. It looks like it just came through. So if you didn't mean for 2 to come through, if you did, thank you. If you didn't, delete one of them real quick before it rolls out too far. And it should knock out that. But if you meant it to, I appreciate the heck out of it. I always want to make sure that people want the support there, So thank you. I appreciate you. Mallory, thank you for the flower too. Thank you there. Appreciate it. All right, let's see. Let me look real quick. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. It took me a minute to go through. I'm in talkative mood too. I'm excited. I mean, we don't usually get a week like this week. When this week started, I kept thinking, man, I wonder what I want to cover this week. There's so many things. Like we have a bankruptcy hearing that's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm excited about. But aside from that, I wasn't really sure what, I would really want to cover. And then the sky it burst wide open. So we got all this manna from heaven, and I'm so excited. So tomorrow we will pick up. We will probably go over some Lynette's. I shouldn't even say what I think we'll go over because the way this week is gone, something else will probably happen. But we'll see. Love to you folks. See you then. Peace.